Nana na musan kubiu. Anope ye da nyame ase wo na domine na ehumobra wa mana ye kese wo ye nso. Daybreak jumedie wo fache television ye de ebre wa anope kopem se nundu ebebo. Anope KNK KNK fi se afia Maestro kosisa ne niam no bae no afi na aduru afia so. Afia agene dia ode epen kwan bia no nim ne obeye nkwan no ama no ye de anko no na beye na ye onu Maestro over kroma ba bi wo ha nkwan ne ye kama ebetimi a organize dia ma afia sisi on okay ene wia na ya organize nkwan bi de ama afia se de be ya ne ho ebetimi aye no den na wabeka yensa oni ye ntem sa na ayeze nnumpe nkwa na kasa
okay
ya na ohia honam ewo nnumpe ne ho na amane ma nyina aye kama anopei se onkwa na oda ya akafra onkwa na oda ya akafra se unya honam nso fa nnumpe ne ho a ene nyame ene danase se ubehia honam wo dompe ne ho a ya no aboya amane na ya hwese yebetimi aye ho bibi di amawa. We are active on our social media platforms, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on the X platform, Nina Fache Television. Send us a voice note, a text message, and a WhatsApp message on 020-754-3637. 020-754-3637. What about na yenya bre ya ken kind the SSC ya bononso na ya body amount on behalf of the production team led by executive producer Kojo Owusu na MCR team ni nyina with my boss Winky anope ichiamu nyina yedamo ase camera team no nso a ewa ha anope yedamo ase mo ka ho bi na yedi dwumadi ne bremo. The newsroom as always doing the best to support our cause. The anope team ni nyina ready. The sports team led by Abu Diaby omonso ebeba be kan yen ho anope de nkomo no said yesese yedi bro no yedi ni nyina bro. The World Cup build up is on. How many days more and we are ready for the Mundial? Says Anna Mokano.
That's right.
Mundial. Bachowari. As an akola pemi. Boy is will be himself. Anyway, Janopay, the Jumediano Ebro. Na said ye the dad, Yama Quenya Mani Mampenia Casa. A bibrema be buono no pay, ye home come na udibia to go to dream. Bibia a cajon. Yes, top of the morning. When we come, we'll discuss the issues that are relevant to your cause. Near a how, near a hammy, you be doing your home come. Would also give you the picture of the day for you to identify the picture for today. Yeah, they are so home come bro. Kai say a fache television so now we and communing a ha any you dino na you didn't ye. The one crater as it is in Canon and opay, you know, ebe cheni na. Before we do all of that, the African proverb this morning. The African proverb this morning says, no matter how powerful one is, one can never make the rain fall only on his home. No matter how powerful one is, one can never make the rain fall only on his home. Nti anopay abibremu abebu ayede ebro no. Se ote brofo no a no akotwi mu na ya kire mu ama se enyina wa ahoden utumi usika ene ne ewuwo bia untimi ma ensuo entomu wonko a ofie enyina usika wa ho den ene ne ewu bia yɛse untimi ma ensuo ento emu nko a ufie ɛde na ɛka kyerɛ yɛn anɔpɛ deɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka kyerɛ wa ne sɛ baabi a wowɔ wɔ abrabɔ mu seesei sɛ wo na ɔyɛ mampanin sɛ wo na ɔyɛ wiase nyinaa mampanin sɛ wo na sika nyinaa wɔ wo nsam ɛnyɛ biribiara na wɔ ho ahoɔden ɛnyɛ biribiara na wɔ ho tumi ɛnyɛ biribiara na wobɛtumi ayɛ a ɛgyina deɛ wowɔ so daa meka me se deɛ onipa hia wɔ abrabɔ mu ne nipa wobɛtumi anya wiase sika nyinaa wobɛtumi anya wiase tumi nyinaa ba sɛ wonni nipa yɛ a ɛso ma wo mfasoɔ ɛno na ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ ne yɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ obi yare na yɛde no kɔ asopiti na ɔwɔ wiase sika nyinaa na wɔanya obi a ɔbɛba abɛgyina ne ho saa berɛ no mu sɛ ɔsa ne yare a ne sika no ɛntimi nyɛ no saa na tumi biara wowɔ no ɛduru baabi a saa tumi no wode bɛma nipa instructions na woma instruction no na nipa no a woma no saa instruction no o decide sɛ ɔnyɛ a utumi no ɛhɔ a na esi ya no pɛ yɛba bɛbɔ wɔ amaneɛ sɛ hunu sɛnea yɛyɛ nipa na kae sɛ onipa odaada abrabɔ a wobɔ no obiara ni hɔ a na ho boa ɛso na kwantuo obiara ni hɔ a na ho boa ɛso na kwantuo ti gyae sɛ wo mema wo mmɛn so gyae sɛ wonam nipa so no na opre a tumi ni ahoɔden ni sika a wo biara onko a wontimi ma nsuo ɛntɔ mu nko a ofie asɛm a yɛba bɛka kyerɛ wɔ anɔpɛ ya no sɛ tumi biara wɔ ahoɔden biara wɔ sika biara wɔ wontimi ma nsuo ɛntɔ emu nko a ofie ɛda ase anɔpɛ ɛho anka ho ɔma na dom nyɛ kɛse wɔ so na fa wei nso ɛnante ovi
Ofa.
na wate nkɔmɔ a bakura yi mu no
Ofa nkɔmɔ de bebree.
nkɔmɔ a efi Ministry of Health aba no wate
Mate.
okay
Sɛ ɛno nkɔmɔ na.
oh nkɔmɔ no sɛ health minister de krataa bi aba abɔnten
o. Ɔso wasamo.
abusuafo sɛ kofi ɔmo de ato so wobɛtumi ahwɛ akenkan ama yɛn sɛ mo a mokɔ oso kɔ school ɛ
Patro SSA na.
Mawe, the Kaiser President Mahama, you could be sad as some say, a young president, and I say, young me, John Mahama, and I said, Musoni Muna must say, hey. And I may buy you, Miss Sama, I would say, and a year won, a year won, a year won. Well, you send my boy, no, I will be some say, Scoop, and Mrs. Scoop, and our boy
Of a UCC.
UCC, in your beyond anymore.
University of Cape Coast.
And I said, the new school, I'll call you.
And I say University of Constant Confusion.
They Cape Coast University. You besides school ben acquire, they university. School ben acquire.
Of a St. Joseph Seminary.
Now, baby, I'm not in the media. St. Joseph's.
No, I sent to Mampong.
Oh, and you bet me a kind the end mine. Oh, bet me
a seminary school. What's the name you call cancer? Not be Roman father. Now, my mammy namping.
Yay! Oh, mammy, who young.
The Koya ko seminary school 2 years.
Oh, mammy, who young cat. Oh, my Roman father.
That could be what classroom and I'm a band or say they don't pay. Was on a Roman sister and Kawan me.
But we a Roman father and Quebec society power. When you are away, and you are away, and what society we a Roman father and Quebec society power. Okay, I don't pay you better home come on quickly. Na ya baba when na can, but before we do this one, let's look at the picture for today. The picture for today. And okay, identify the picture. Ene.
That's it. Na sunchi mu nko a.
Ene.
Ba me be hu nipa kro.
Okay. So wo hu nipa kro de a. Ene na che say obi nso ahu nipa kro. Nti anopay boayen. Send us the name of the persons whose photograph is on the screen. Anopay onipa ni mfonyin eda television yi boayen na fa di din brayen. The ebi ana wo de wa nhu ni din. But now ubetimi ama yen description bi abema yahu se wunim nipa no a ni mfoni wo ho no na wo de abrayen. Why? So that's our photograph for this morning. Identify this person. Na yenko di ho nkomo. And then dear, I'm sure that I'll get a lot of people getting it wrong. But I'm saying moshe me dodo. And say moshe me sa bad picture with you. We are sure that the Benjamin fans kakra. I know it will be difficult for a number of people, but prove me wrong. Say unimu mfonyi no ayede atoso no a na wa ma yehu nipa kra. Oye. Say unim mfonyi no a yede atoso no nipa no a yede no atoso no a na waboa yen na yede ne ho nkomo. Kofi
Ofa.
Anopay the ubonkrata no yenkwa na afi yenhwe se de etie. Yebo wa mane da ne da se the ubonkrata nkomo no. Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Millennium Construction said you may come ye nui and was so ya sing Emma yade the ubonkrata no ebrewa no pebia wo Daybreak fache television. So Millennium Construction ye jumekua ye kan adansie ehun niema won na enei obi akọ wan so ye ekofa niema no se eye mfidi a wode esi wudan se eye cement hun niema a wode esi wudan se eye ne blocks se eye pavement blocks na wo pe de ye de ye molding si de ye de esi pillars si ni nyina no Millennium Construction ne adwumaku a obema eye trucks na uhia eye anwea abo na uhia asase na wope ana wasase no baabi a unya no wanya bi wo baabi foforo nti wo pese oton wasase ene Millennium Construction eni ho nkomo won behwe na wo aton asase no ama se opa asase ato a from ha baabi bia o man Ghana mu baabi a so wo de asase na wope wo prime area ene Millennium Construction eni nkomo won beboa wo ya ton wasase a onsa beka osika no pepepe sa woto asase free yen ho so a ehun nkrata asem nyina ya asem bia emma ho sa na odaye so dan kura opese usi no se one Millennium Construction se di nkomo a ebesi udan no pepepe se de wo so ho daye no na yama no abamu ama ho efi the story building near usi no o quarter plot so anasa o half plot ana o full plot no and the Millennium Constructions eni nkomo na won hwa nya ho adwuma ema o pese o tena gated community mu a wo sibi o man Ghana mu nyina nti yebema baabi pa atena o pese o da wasum adwo a yebema baabi a eho ye din o pe baabi a nipa ewo nso bebre a eno nso yebenya ayama o nti from a single room self-contained to a story building. Se opese musi mu asori dan a ene Millennium Construction se ni nkomo opese musi hospital e wo mo community opese musi school dan wo mo community mu a Millennium Construction adwumakuo no ene wo ebedi nkomo se mo wo ministries department and agencies da meka se public accounts committee enim guase ankofo bi egu onho animu ase no se one Millennium Construction se di nkomo a won be ba be ye adwuma no na nkrata no kama oko public accounts committee a na eja ya to pala kakra e de egu ho sa e na ene won a e de niema firi amanone e ba wo man Ghana mu won a wo de niema e firi o man Ghana mu e kwa amanone adwumaku a ye nyina ye di won ho adanse na ye betimi aka won ho asem a kire wa no pei Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. They are into export and import. Inti car no a wahu amanone a opese ye to car na ma o na ye di sipo so ye de ba habo ye be yi e wotema habo se takra de habo nso a ye be yi na ye de abro wo ba bia wo no ni nyina ne se nkuta hudie no a me no mienu ye be di se Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics any Kofi Frempong na wanya ntiase yemfa car mre no ye de car no beba Kofi Frempong je a na sika sem a wahu nyina no wadi ne huni pepepe se opese ye de nkonwa efiri amanone ebrew opese ye de apono efiri amanone ebrew a European countries ni nyina no Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics adwumakuo no behwe na wadi ni nyina abrew wadi beba begu ba bi a opese ye de guma o ye de bedu na opese ye ye ho adwuma nso a ni nyina Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics abayama enkran one what tema community 2 Accra International Airport. So bedu asante a Kumase won wo de chem so. Dwumadie bia e fa de wo de kwa amano ne de wo de ba o man Ghana no. Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics. Ebehwe na waya ama. Enyumakuo nyina won numbers egu screen no so a obetimi a tro numbers yi no afrɛ wo mo. Won beboa wo na dwumadie no akokama e de ama wo. Wadaroma e na no pe de obonkrata nkomo no. E de ebro kofi. Let's start with
paper. And then it captures a lot of stories on its front page. And let me start with President John Dramani Mahama rejects third-term bid. And also Chiefs back Goldfields Takwa lease extension. Gifty Owari gave omnibus transfer authorization. That's a banker on that particular statement. And also Summer Boy mining case. Chairman Wontumi faces judgment on July 3rd. Honorable Bagbin slams foreign pressure on African laws and values. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper.
Anope ye shase a de ubokrata your friend Daily Guide and anope ye no edi ho nkomo say we had the front page stories na gift your wire nkomo no da so a e wo court a aban e de no akogina court e bisa ne nsem kakra e fa sika bia aban e de ne mpanimfo agidi se sika no won afa abomu tokura na wonni ho kwan se wo ye ne sa nti eno na court ene no edi nkomo a ye bisa ne nsem na ono nso ode ne nkyiremu eba sansem no na Daily Guide anopay akabi. The Speaker of Ghana's Parliament na edi nkomo na oka se ohwe pressure ya na efiri amanya horo a woba Africa na da ne da wonhwe Africa ye mra ye nhyehyeye ya amamre ene ya amane ntotoye na da wo pese wode won de ebehye ye nso no oka se eyade a esese wo hwe no ujai na ye nso ye man a yedi ye ho so eno achi chairman ba akopɛ chairman 1 ai nensam edaso a ewo court na saman boy mining case no panimfo etena ase no wo mo se bosomi a edi ye nimu da etoso miensa na wo bebua na asem no na ye wo gidie sede na judge ne lawyer for no eka ne nra na ono anso kan ye no wo gidie sede atie bia nkunimdie ebaba nafa Goldfields takwa Goldfields nkomo no na ahemfo no etachiri se wo mu gidi se adwumaso a wo ye no wo ho no se ye ma won bre ni bia ka ho a obetimi aye adwuma de aboa takwa ene ne mpatable no we nyina ye nkomo a ebaaye ewo the Daily Guide newspaper de etwato okra no pay ye no eche eye de efiri aban aso ye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enra na nkomo no baaye se one ne party mpanimfo no tena ase di nkomo ma obon anohoba se nkomo a afamframam afe ene akira nipa nyina eka ho asem epese wo mutie papem a wo si wo ho no waka kire ne party mpanimfo nyina se enya de a akwanya ye de ama ne se Ghana fo no obesom mayi na eso a obesan age extension na obepese obeto aso ye sure se nkomo yi na bia afiri abai die nyade ankofo ebetwe no daawere biu Daily Guide anope nkomo a de ebrem no
Now let's continue with the Chronicle newspaper this morning, and also says that Avidapa community appeals for inclusion in dual carriageway project, and also GES probes alleged extortion at Tetre SHS after the Chronicle expose, and also captures some Bible quotes which is actually linked to the GES extortion. All of these stories on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper.
Afia anopedie ave japa community for no amama fewo Maestro abone homode minim so twae de a de ne ba bi onam ne nya ne na chese asam na atome won a ewo sa mantem ho community no na wo ka se won so won hia se won akwan no ye be ye ni yie na akwan no ye be no double road e de ama won na mienu nam ha na won so won ho ahenhan won na mpuntuo ene nkoso a ekoso wo man Ghana no won so de won sabisi won bo no aka se won sa aka won de Chronicle krona mu na no pay ensem a aba abonten a Ghana Education Service ete no won se we de ya so twetwe won ho se akyerɛkyerɛfo a ye de won asi sukuu ano won nyina nkomo a eba abonten se ya na wo gisika bia Ghana Education Service empre so emma won ho kwan se won nyimfiri awofo ho watin nsɛm a ɛte saa de sɛ so ɔyɛ ane sɛ ɔpaw committee na committee na ɛyɛ nhwehwɛmu na sɛ yampa sɛ sika yɛn ka sɛ yɛn nyimfiri awofo hɔ no school akyerɛkyerɛ mpanimfoɔ no ɛgye deɛ na ne ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn de no korɛto no wɔn de bɛto anɔpɛ yi nsɛm a ɛte saa ɛna Chronicle newspaper ɛde ɛbrɛ.
Let's continue with the Daily Graphic newspaper, and also on the front page it says that 11 years on, June 3rd disaster victims cry for 40 million Ghana cedis damages, and also Ghana Water Limited urges assemblies to check flooding. Fidelity Bank accelerates growth in 2025, and Speaker of Parliament calls out aid conditionalities. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
Anopay Daily Graphic the Obonkrata no ensem a Daily Graphic e de breye no okaye mfie be duba ko achi na arehosem esi wo man Ghana mu enra ene ne mfie duba ko mu a arehosem no esi a nsuo to na nkrofo cars ija atomu a kofo bidri na wo hwere won kwa won so a wodi dem e wa asem yi ho no edoso na mfie duba ko achi asem bisa anopay Daily Graphic kana obisa ne se won a ekwa ahohiehia mu no won se sika 40 million cedis eye eka won gidi se esese yehwe na yede ema won nso ohaw ne amane a won fa mu no ebia nkakra akra ebeba won nsem no wode bojojo ombo na wode akyekere won hwe na anopay mi bisa se enkosi da ben ene niema sei yebema no asi woye man Ghana mu won a wo hwere won kwa won a wodi dem no ene dodo no a goso e wa ahohiehia mu a se wodwen ho a onti ase Daily Graphic e de sa asem no ato ne krata no anim eno achi na Daily Graphic ka se Ghana Water Limited won esre assemblies ahoro ni nyina se woma wani nkọ nsuo toto a kwanye nsuo no eyiri efa nkofo niema wajapade ni nipa no ankasa no woma wani nkọ ho se de be ya edusu to bremu a eka amane ene ohaw emma. Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, the Honorable Bagby and Opesa Ankomo Yaba Daily Graphic account for asem se ose osre won a amaya edi yie no se won ba no mo beboa yen a omo nkan se yen so ye your mind. Daily Graphic and come on pay yen.
Let's continue with the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. Also on the front page it says that plastic waste to fuel, AMA NRTI seal landmark recycling deal, and also project to create 1,500 jobs. And also the other story says that Ghana witnessing renewed growth. That's President John Dramani Mahama on that particular statement. And also President powers over security heads. Supreme Court dismisses Imani and Ainin sealed. And also June 3rd disaster. Victims push for justice compensation. All of these stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times.
And open Ghanaian Times in Koma wani ADEK Juadan yedi nkomo ye Environmental Protection Authority mpanimfo edi nkomo bisa wo se ene rubber ho nsem ne hawo ewom e betimi di aye ene sika e de bebre yen adwuma e de beba wo ye man mu no se e betimi create 1500 jobs so san nkomo no anope Ghanaian Times mu ewom uye no eto nchen a June 4 disaster no niema esiye wonwa wodi dem wonwa wo hwere won kwan they say kakra ben na yede ma won a ebema won so won bo ato won yam na won ho ebehen ha won sasem no anope Ghanaian Times the aba Supreme Court na imani ene won a eka ho ekọ court say kwan a mampani na oyi IGP ene won a woka ho in the security services no wonyi ni se emra no mampani tumi a wode ye de oye no asem no ekọ Supreme Court no Supreme Court say womo sere womo atare no ehye womo de ba court ho no womo nyi ni se womo wo ho ahoden sa so womo bedwira wo ho aba abedi nkomo etesa ti womo nkofie na womo nkopensuo bi emfanware anopei Ghanaian Times edi ho nkomo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na all cancer say die a oman Ghana emframa ye home ene ne e koso no ama dodo no a ede won ho etwitwi yen wo mo ahu se enkankro bi e wo ho ye pagya ye mu so mo ba beboa yen ama ye mpagya no akonkan Ghanaian Times anopei enkomo ode bre eno no.
And let's continue with the National Enquirer newspaper, and also captures Julius Deborah, the Chief of Staff, on its front page, and also the NPA boss on its front page. And it says that Julius Deborah, strong economic key to protecting African sovereignty. And also the other story says that National Prayer Day 2026 launched with call to reset Ghana's values. And also NPA boss wins CEO award. That is Eloji Tamaklo winning that particular award. And also the other story says that Medical Trust Fund seeks global support. All of these stories on the front page of the National Enquirer.
And okay, the National Enquirer, the Obokrata no eba no omai Chief of Staff, Mampeni openi a wapa no a ohwe se na dwuma ebekoso na the ministers no nso beye de sese woye no na ne mfoni eda the National Enquirer mu na openi no nkomo a odi ene se oman Africa se yebetimi edi yen ho so na ya ye de pese ye ya obia mfa o haw ne amane bia emre yen na omo meye yen se se de speaker eka no omo eye yen no a na se ye dwadie ene ye nsikasem ho nkomo no ekọ nanim saa ebeboa ama ya boye mbra se de ye pe no papa ya tese o se onyakwanya obeba bedi mampani ya ntimfiri na no de enso agya sentwere adwuman ede ne ho nsem aba National Petroleum Authority pania odano lawyer Eduji Chamakru na krata no eboya amane se wohwe won a ye pa won sisi wa wo ye adwuma na omso wono na adwuma no eso ani National Prayer Day 2026 mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bae no na ote ekuo bi a wo behwe se afibia o man Ghana ebekoye nkotodwa anim se yesori agina hɔ a ye pagya ye nsa pagya ye ni ahwewiem ni abompa ya asre se agya no a omoa ma o man Ghana empem nkɔ nanim afidie na wo se wapa ho entoma Medical Trust Fund ekuo a mampani ate se ye behwe aboa dodo no a wapomuden ehun komone ade no na pani a odano ehwe se sika ye de be se adwuma no enkofiri oman Ghana nkoam na emum wiase afa na nyina won a ye kasa won betie na wahu adwuma ye no won de won sika beboa no okwa amano ne ebodawuru se afoforo nso beboa ye na yenye hu adwuma National Enquirer nkomo anopai ode bre ye no.
Let's continue with the Daily Searchlight newspaper, and also says that it says that the anti-LGBT bill Atachia exposes backbend. It's too late in the day for questions of reversal. And also one person feared dead in Adenta New Site disaster. And also GJA to Anna Champions of Press Freedom and Media Development. And also the other story says that Health Minister Simmons K. Konfanochi Teaching Hospital Public Affairs Head over emergency admission suspension statement. And also 11 years after June 3rd disaster, victims still await justice and compensation. Senior host demands state action. All of these stories on the front page of the Daily Searchlight.
And up the Daily Searchlight in common no dorso. Bako e Konfanochi Teaching Hospital in Koma and up ye pija 2 more walk the Daily Searchlight and say utienim common dia or no na semne say kasama fwa or Konfanochi Teaching Hospital and now openia and any dim common or no and also health ministry no asamo no but say utiem common na hekrata no a chief executive no mum and omo kan ho asem but said ye tie bia anope ye beba na ya bibibi sansem mu e de ama ye bo wamane de wo nkrata no aka no so aka ho asem se emfie du ba ko ne achi o hawo ne amane won wa wo free mu won wa wo di dem June 3rd disaster no e ho asem akosi sen ye nya bibi de ama wo mu a wo de bodwojo wo mbo na waka se asi enye hwe ye bepem akoye nimu ana anti LGBT mrano a parliament de wonsa ehya ase no na atachia e kan sembi se baby abedu ne de yesesa hwe a enye yi nti speaker ebeya tie de akoso no a na yekoye nim na yeyi a waboa am yakoye nim na de ekeka kone de ayi late adantan enra ene nra achi ensu a eto e woye man Ghana mu ne ohawa ede aba no na wo boy amane se ukwa adentana ai ubi ehwere ne nkwa wo mu a paper no ede etu ya ni Ghana Journalists Association kuba tan a wo hwe ensentro wo wondwumadie na wo kasa ye ma ho kwan ma obi anka ne kasa boa enhye no won se ebraso se won a wodi mutintiman wo boa e ma sa afa ahodie ene obi anka ne kasa boa enhye ni mu no won adi animu aboa ame abedu ba bia yedu ebra so se ebo wan ba so na ka kire wiase nyina se wo mo se o mo fata se ye bo won din na ye tu hire di gu won so anopa Daily Searchlight nkomo eno.
Let me break your day with the Daybreak newspaper this morning. It also captures a lot of stories on its front page, and it says that cultural sovereignty must rest on strong economy. Chief of Staff Julius Debra on that statement. Also, Auditor General Board Chair lock horns over staff promotions. And also, I'm willing to lead if the party wants me. That's Agriculture Minister Eric Opoku on that statement. Also, stop press on easy calm at audit service. That is as Audit General pushes for early audit of Ghana missions abroad ahead of retirement. All of these stories on the front page of the Daybreak newspaper.
You catch it out down da say what to see the ubon krata nkomo no ebrewa adwumakuo mienu a eson ya sen Millennium Constructions na fi Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics adwumakuo mienu badaroma na anope ye de ubon krata nkomo no ebrewa Daybreak newspaper no ensemo a yaboboso anope de ubon krata ni bi di aba no won so waka won de akire no wo ka kire say Chief of Staff Julius Debra say yamamre nhyehyeye ene say yedi en ho so oman no Africa nyina eno na beboa yen ama yetimi akoye anim sa na hwiayo eho nsem opani a oda no erikopoku ena o say yemmo wiase nyina amane se akwanya no ba se onni ne party NDC anim a waboaboa ne ho a obetimi edi party na anim se emre any party for a man who kwan Auditor General's Department and ensem aba wo ho enam say mpanimfo ni bigidi say adwumayefo no esese ye promote wo ba bi ebi wo no esese ye ma wo mo call manim ebi so nyin ni say saabre no aso a esese ye say adwuma no eno ena ede wantwi bi aba anopa Daybreak newspaper e ka ho asem e kire yen audit service nso ho nkomo no a na Daybreak so pay.
Let's continue with the Dispatch newspaper this morning. So captures Paul Afoko and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on its front page. And it says that Ghana, like the rest of Africa, does not seek sympathy, but mutually beneficial partnership. President John Dramani Mahama on that statement. And also, Ghanaians wants anti-LGBTQ plus bill assented to, not parliamentary technicalities. That's Catholic bishops also on that statement. This morning, Paul Afoko has a unique plan for the NPP to win the 2028 president and parliamentary elections. All of these stories on the front page of the Dispatch newspaper.
Anope, the Daily Dispatch and Komo, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Odin Common or say, Yampesi a basso of Maya, Waya boy afo, Timamon Shay and say, or Maya, ye aboa yafo. Na said ye, Kakra Mubinya de Amay Bia. Ye pese ye Juma, say or Maya, yen so, Yahu Boasso ya quentu, na ye wan ding, Muni ya, near yes a foul de bra, na yen so fire de mra, sound commono, and I ye giddy say yedi, ye nim como se, ye mobo, the mumra, na mumehu ye mobo, and no chi. Catholic Bishop Conference say, and commono air coso, a womra shibijum, a fa se bema ni bema eda, se oba ni oba edano. Womu yini, says a tinamra shibijum ho, namra jibijafono, a casena as I say, o crossu tiwi, baby, one fat door to NC ho. Almost say, no, and ya no na Ghana for shushe. The Ghana for shushe say, yamma ho quine, na bema ni bema nanti krum ha, and twabasa komu. Na omon fefe omo anu onipam na maaso enye saade ne nka se omo ya awarefo eno na omo hwe se Ghana mra hye bedwa no ebeye ho adwuma na san komo ya na Christian Council say mampani anamon bia otu efa LGBT enkomo no ho se be ya se de mebo wa mane no bema ne bema enkotena ba bi mfefe wo omo ano ento abasa komu a ye ho hwe a enye yi na oba ne oba so enye saa no. And na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, say, Omma Ghana, ye bia, omutana chipampe, say, wanya ne samayen. Paul Afoku, the former national chairman for the New Patriotic Party, and nay, wabamanye, say, akwenya no ba, obepe se ubedi party no enim, na wade party no akunkunim diemu, and no, and a Daily Dispatch, say, o wan ne pa bebriya. For the eba abeboa the party no behwe na womo amano edi animu a anopei beneficence the Dispatch newspaper and common no.
Now let's continue with the Business Analyst newspaper, and also says that inflation for May 2026 hits 3.7%, and also the GJA to honor champions of press freedom. That is Gina Blay, Samson Ayinini, and also Kwabna Yeboah among honorees. And also, Ahmed Ibrahim champions Ghana's urban transformation agenda. And also, the Speaker of Parliament urges African Parliament to protect family values and defend sovereignty. Anti-LGBTQ plus bill has lost 8 bites due to exemption. That's the Gusheku MP, Alhassan Tampoli, on this particular statement. All of these stories on the front page of the Business Analyst newspaper.
Anope Business Analyst ebemwa se enkoma yedi nyina oman sikasem ne na adwadie womba na wabechirichiri mu no wamu ahu se de niema eko na no no mo ka se empendodo a yeto niemam ewo oman Ghana empendodo a yeto niemam wo oman Ghana ne sisi de ewo form pa 3.7%. Nti first no na ukobisa ade no ene mpacho me dan me ho aba beba no o se ya tumu no o se sese de akofom ubisa ade ne yese na ye 1 cedi na wotwetwam kura na asan kwa ade kro no eda so ye 1 cedi se mpendodo a ye to niemem no sese de eda 3.7%. Ghana Journalists Association said they are not pay they ato anim no the business analysts say nipa bi a wo mu di anim hweye ebetimi akasa yenhwe yenchi na yennane yen ho hwe so obi gina yen nchen yen kan ye kasa bo anhye ye num no wo mu nyina no yebebo won abaso ne ama wo mu ahu se adwuma a wo mu gina ye no wo mu ye ma wo man Ghana no ye ni aso LGBT nkomo no ewo mu a members of parliament no eguso a womo ka se womo de womo gidi se esese ye no se de ye no pepepe. Ahmed Ibrahim say Ghana's urban transformation agenda. Hey, yaka urban ne dia na che se ye free nkro nketuam na ye ba nkro akese te se Tema, te se Takoradi City, te se Cape Coast, te se Kumasi no. Ai, as say ye nsesa ahoro a ebema wura ha no ahu se we dey ma free kro ketuam, ma ba kro kese mu. Anopay the business analyst nkomo a odi ye no, ye betimi e de abrel eno no.
Now, let's end with the Accra Times newspaper this morning. It also says that Africa needs a unified legal shield. Speaker of Parliament on that particular statement. Also, Paul Afoko speaks, and he says that 2024 defeat, stop blame game. Afoko appeals to the new patriotic party. And also, the other story says that future of Africa will be written by Africans. President John Dramani Mahama on this particular statement. And also, Bagbin tasked African Parliament to uphold values that define continent. And also NPA boss honored at 10th Ghana CEO Summit. Keep away from drugs. That's the NHIA Deputy CEO warns students. Betty Crosby, Mensa, a worthy of personality. All of these stories on the front page of the Accra Times newspaper this morning.
Anopay the yedi wie the ubokata yedi wie the Accra Times. Accra Times. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi nkomo and all can say Africa. Yedie nenkankro ene baby ebetimi apagya aduru no. Ye bibifo ya. Ye wa Africa he ya. Ye na ebetimi edi nkomo ni yie. Ne ama mansan ehun ne pa ye wo ewo ye nkrom ha. Saa na Honorable Bagbin edi nkomo no oka se ya mamre ya mane ene ye nhihye ne ye nsomu yie. Ne mo hu dawuru ma mansan hu se ye nso ye wa adoye National Petroleum Authority pania na djuma a ye aso nipa bi ani ama ya bɔ na ba so no anopɛ the Accra Times e de ato on da ubo krata anim saa na okɔ the New Patriotic Party a wɔkeka wɔn ho sɛ wɔbɛto aba ayi national chairman ene mpanimfo a wɔka ho ɛno na chairman Paul Afoko say ye esi na ano no ye nya nto office ye ho hwe a enye yi yempem nkɔ ye anim na ye hwɛ kwan a party no ebefa ne ntoma pa de afura na okɔ National Health Insurance Authority a opani no na be de akira a ɔyɛ adwuma wɔ hɔ na ɔsrɛ sɛ yɛnte yɛn ho mfiri nnubɔne a amabunu ene mpanimfo ni bi de wɔn ho gimu a afei be wi ase no na osa ne yare yɛsɛn a enye yie saa nneɛma no ɛbɔ man the National Health Insurance Authority pani na be de akire ne nkɔmɔ a anɔpɛ the Accra Times newspaper at the brain. Abushafo anɔpɛ de ubon krata no sɛ de yensa kan no ene ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu de akyerɛ no emu bia o adwenkyerɛ ɛwɔ ho opɛ sɛ ubisa nsɛm ɛwɔ ho de yebetimi ama ho muaye no yɛde bɛboa ho 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 wo de ba ebekenkan de ama mansan so atewonka enche kra agudie mu nsɛm panimfo no bɛba na obama yehu sɛnea ɛkɔso they said there's a local league no more wi
Aye.
omo wi local league
Omo wi local league.
kotokofo design
Kotokofo so mu di 8 for.
ɛyɛ o say no kra kyɛ so omo ama omo ho mode
So it's easy way no. One of the worst.
when was the last time Kumasi Asante Kotoko a winning league?
Last time, I think Nana Yampon's time. That was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Now House of Folk is where?
House of Folk was 2021. I quite remember 2021. And I would do ma free year ban Moko World Cup in 2022.
There's a bay fear me and send.
Yes.
Teams so I can see no omo bomb hosa for hini wo kurom ha. Obia ntimi nyi league.
Obia ntimi nyi league. Omo mienu nyina omo stand and the form. Toko stand and the form. House of Folk stand and the form. Omo mienu nyina stand and the form.
Nano na yewura se ade ba ku bi na egu nanimu ase no se ye de
Ne kotoko no
ayo
kotoko gu nanimu ase kurom o
kotoko
phone penny for no yana ya say ye di team kakraka we ahya monsa na still untimi hwe team so ye e make sure say team ni betima drive over they be am di nkomo we ka say the free 1900 to 2000 there is no club in Africa and na kotoko achievement to achieve here from that past 100 years no betima ka say na the achievement is closer to Kumasi and to Kotoko. But for the past 26 years, you hu Kotoko in Africa. Kotoko Africa, you hu Nimbono. Now, what do conference Confederation Cup against Golden Cakes? How qualified the core Confederation? Omen qualified from the group stage. So it tells you say.
Me chefufu amana to nkwan wo. Unya nkomo awedi. Abujanfo ya dan ya ho aba. Na agudie mu nsam. The pompon so on pa ya dia bro. Fache television so na we.
Oh, they were ya buy it because I did. BBI fine. So we.
Bibia makajo say Yehowa na mehwefo. Nti bibia hia me. Bibia hia me. Anopay mayenkwae na agudie mu nsam sede ye monsa aka no.
And then now we ka 7 days so na dey na sha.
Anura me hu say o keka niema ifi be 54 ne ade. Akoso World Cup ni mu teams a ya hye won dodo ani goals dodo a aba ewo matches na emu ntimi ya sure za no pay wo de kakra ebeka ye ya krado
Real Madrid for so ye niema Fiorentina press to say over sikaya ade nyina o tenka usho you see ebia peni bi no obi penifo mi no contest for something aba ko aba usho you so life etil sabe nku say maestro etil sabe nku see o ka etini ayo o te say o abeka ne say aba fache na bi si na chi say me na me metana ho nkasa ba me to advert kasa wi ya pa mo ma beto na chi maestro ti studio ho kasa wo ye ko commercial break aba na ye bo Fiorentino press advert you can come in chain then they say penny di penny ono wa metana ba o be to time o kan se no bo advert wo chi di anopa ye ni musamo
ya tin ai krado.
Right, additional man of pay Yamachi, Yamama Kwaba, Emfa, Emrafachi TV, Castle for News, Brasso, son of pay. You room up for Daybreak, you say, don't quaggle from us, who can't see one sembre, and I'll see me room with fear, yet didn't come out, ever fish seven with the Black Stars of Ghana and Dram. Woman two area free wolves, Akupimo, ever American, paying, and more her city team, no a flyer, and a former rival, a home come ever have baby Jetta Samoa Jan A. Ding come and watch Barima Zoom, Azuma Nelson. Opening partner so den sama hodo e de atudwa no pai yasin kunwa ye de nyina eba enkofo amaso Leo Messi ene ni Argentina team official first training e wa America abaso South Africa fo akwa kudu o Mexico nkobo be ni fo eba this and many more oko tennis are world number 1 of mana from akwa kulusu de tennis ababa one say tennis ne kra no after that defeat or semi final no or retirement and commoding more if you move a ban of Payasin Kunya Eba Ben Nas Eta Yechi executive producer Wobwa now for 70 about Abu Diaby Lutakin and after Ricardo Varas Wobo Airboa with production meeting at the Habib Mohammed from the special one and 10 times so young Charles and after young fan 7 fun 20 million shots here Eddie Free 70 former captain at the Black Stars of Ghana Asamoah Baby Jet John Unimsa and Cheye NMP for Epa so umbrella film ambassador emfa ema ye national team na ndra John Edenani achirem enso the Black Queens of Ghana omaso ye mabaawa no eguso mo prepare ahead of Alcona enche ebeti abaso John ekoye na nkomo sei ena one Black Queens mabaawa no odi achirem.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations for the fight in African competitions. And obviously, as a former player and the new ambassador for the national teams, I thought it's a good thing to come and visit you girls because you are the eyes of Ghana. You know, we have the Black Stars, we have the Mentors, we have everything. We have Black Queens. So maybe here, I think this is the first time of meeting you. We are here, this is the first time, and we hope definitely meet.
Asamoah Baby Jet John Bakono no striker former skipper the Black Stars of Ghana and who say oni e mabaawa no omukoshia ya odi nkomachom say yi ni say by ambassador my national team say Queens abeshia na omo boabo mo esefata so obana fei ono omo ebedi nkomo na fo hye omo nkra catch say baby omo gina no Ghana fo nyina enso eto omo chi omo nko na omo bonku do wie na hu so ode asana gina ma one comfort yeboa na omo de aza no ede awuro ma asa no ado so bu so ekoso kama na Jan ewie na opie free ma no hope ena asantwo for twe microphone no omo say Asamoah bra ba kire mu ede kura nti ena wo take upon yourself say oba visit Mbabawa Jan ekire mu say.
Yes, as an ambassador for the national team, this is my job, and I think this is the first time I've met the team. You know, I've been a very supportive person when it comes to the national team. It has happened before. I remember in 2015 or 2014, you know, I told the Black Queens if they win a tournament, I have some package for them. You know, they were able to win, they were motivated, they were able to win it. You know, so when it comes to my history with the national team, I think it's a normal thing to do, you know. So me being given this role, I'm here to just say hello to them for them to see that we Ghanaians, we've not neglected them. We are very supportive. We support the Black Queens and.
Asamoah John said, "Oh no, in the year 2014, Oshe Mbabawa ne boss omun kono omun kosia kan omu di nkonima or package sa asem na obeka ne ehye omun grama ni nyina no omukọ ekodi nkonima package no so odi so kama they say wabe ambassador also bank team no say be ya anim no obetimi ahye omun kwana afo motivate omu tournament ahodu edi anim no Mbabawa ne kwa ene ma ebetimi akoye no eye nkomo Baby Jet Asamoah John odi to wie ne so waba Yen Jao Sama Uncle Black Stars of Ghana Nano ye boy against Wales national team ye we na 1-1 draw any to ja kwadana your friend say Kaakyire 6Am no nya go na boy na nkasa unim no ne modern ba na nkasa saying the city o number 3 no so ene hye no Jan ekire mu sei
Renchi is a natural talent, you know, the way he's rising up it's very, very incredible. And yesterday everybody saw what he did, you know, not only the goal, you know, his positioning, his passing, you know, the way he follows attack and everything. I think he's an all-round player, and of course wearing the number 3 shirt, you know, I feel proud, you know, somebody wearing the number 3 shirt and then scoring a goal. You know, it's not the first time. I think Jonathan Mensah, our own Jonathan Mensah, the first time he wore the number 3 shirt, I wasn't playing, he scored, you know, so it looks like the goals are in the number 3.
Eyeme ahohoaho say JC number 3 no enso na kwadana fa odi eye adwuma is a talented player unim kwan fa so navigate we na face possession any attack ni na no oye ne kama no eye nkomo a Baby Jet Asamoah John odi ye edifa Ghana ya kwada keto ni din edi Kaakyire 6Am no pai ye de akire enso edi amana sa fe Famiko Wolves the Black Stars of Ghana endra ye ma wo enya ne ntie se team no after so mu ewi adwuma ne kama enso ewo Wolves against Wolves mine omo ebo marketing e dey afu akwa America on your screen you enjoy feed ne kakra the Black Stars of Ghana na omo ebo omo free omo team hotel with a bus apm airport na omo fly to America ni say na na niema ekoso
Shot. Whoa.
SM no nimbo. Oh, but you funny. We I can't too much. That's I didn't for you.
And all the Black Stars of Ghana who enjoy feed no from Team Hotel. Omo pass you to airport a team na fly omo nam wi mu nyina no yamu wanya kwanya na so ahwe bi kama boys no ebi mu airball loot na ebi mu so air to spa any ade out so obi ka say SM de no the coach e fresh Desmond of na air to spa na manfo chem say SM de onim to wudi agran konim de no abekọ e de amantia no e nema kakra course of flight na so fe yenko America. The Black Stars of Ghana touch it down e Donald Trump asase so United States of America say any team na rival no and also koye. At the end of the team Black Stars of Ghana and I touch it down our American bottom one say Ghanaian community in the state also about people airport special reception welcoming reception one of the Black Stars of Ghana air catch them say mobile drew yawo ha yeta bochi adwuma no mobile ne kama and there daba kwa walk up ya minko bi aseme pa at the end of the Black Stars of Ghana mobanya ko touch it down mo ko boabo ho sebe ya akanafo na makom so na mundia no and also session no say first game no on the 17th of this month Ghana ebepiem Canada na yene omanya ne diere Panama enso abo no enkomo kakran before be yedi mo nsem no enso down yento aso ne enko na eguso Black Stars enkomo no woko ayawa so North amrasho bajani a ogina mu adwuma edema ayawa so North openia ne din ade Yusuf Jaja Anunso din komo at their first supporters are who were free Ghana akota the Black Stars of Ghana. You say and an honorable Yusuf Jaja Odin in common.
Mentioned again in that same video that only few supporters union will be supported to go, and this has been the position of the Minister of Sports, and he has reiterated it several times. So as for the supporters union, I'm aware, and His Excellency even said it, some few supporters union will be sent. And that has been the position of the minister from day one, and he kept reiterating it just for the records. If not, you'll have to get the clip of His Excellency the President again and follow up at the last, and you heard him mentioning the supporters union just by way of information.
Ayawa so North MP Honorable Yusuf Jaja and my brother Ghana supporters union Asia ya oka chom sa modie kakra betimi akonem Ghana for ma kan say the minister chim na ban ni sika edebe fly Ghana for edi akontie community na wo US no am na be kwa kwota the Black Stars of Ghana china fi supporters union kakra bia ye betimi edo o makono mo so akoboa na jama any support na timi akonke no kakra ifo eba no pa ye din akiri enso edi ama unim say after World Cup ni be ruamu enso Scotland ye Scotland na je na ekoso a Commonwealth game and no any bit in the month of September. Barima Zoom Azuma Nelson a ding come a brown athlete aiding come what you have to say and a German head of Commonwealth gamer September this year Ebebaso
was the late President Jerry Robt is our manager and took good care of us. Food, training, and everything we need, we get. And when we went in within this base here, we do our best. We did our best. So I'm encouraging all of the sportsmen so that they are buoyed. I mean, you see somebody on their feet, the way he move, you look at him and you think, how can I challenge this one? But don't be afraid. You can do it if somebody has done it. So I know that if I've done it, I hear it, and I know that somebody can do it. So I'm encouraging you all to are behind me.
Barima Zoom Azuma Nelson and I'll say oh Jim Koma Osha athlete Ninian Cry say yeah afraid, don't be afraid. Someone can do it. Also ubetima ya monko no monko te o man nanim na fe monko bo adwumaden emfa medal sahodo emfa mrekrum no enkoma opini ne ade ato dwade mu nsem no enso eden yenwuram para athletics na fe honso yendi nkoma kakra Samson Dean Asia para fo no 1,000 Ghana each and wetimi enso ade ama omo no wie no ode nsem kakra sei eto aso ema omo.
These athletes are more than competitors. They are role models. They are our ambassadors for Glasgow. They are our symbol of hope. When you sit on the screen and you watch the TV, all that you'll be looking for is to identify Ghana Nibe. They are the symbol for Ghana during the Glasgow Games.
Yes. So Terry won 2 gold medals and 2 bronze medals at the just ended World Powerlifting Championship in Algeria. Motivated and also inspiring other female athletes to take up para sports serious.
And a World Para Games course Algeria Ghana for your para team no omonso koya mode bono koso any individuals ahodo 8 winning medals e de BPM kro na penipo doma no owura Samson Dean enso abom abaso a enkranhyesem ana face talking kakra yetimi enso e de ahyo mu nkra na ewie no penipa ne de yaw ampofo ankra Director General Edman National Sports Authority on Centrefo Dinkomo also the same say and tuja.
Again, to reiterate what President Samson Dean said, it's very important that we sell the product. The product is why we are all here. Whether you're working for OKFM, BBC, CNN, Joy FM, it's the product. If we destroy the product with our reportage, what then do we have to sell? So it's very important. I'm not saying, I'm a journalist, I'm not saying don't talk about the issues, no. But let's use a lot of discretion. Let's also offer alternatives. Constructive criticism is very important. And I know in Ghana, the sports media is the biggest ecosystem. Imagine if we can sell that, how much credit and merit we'll get into this ecosystem. So please, as much as we're very passionate about talking about the challenges, let's also offer viable solutions.
Yao Ampofo Ankra Director General Edman National Sports Authority no and also so den simulating central for him say narrative e dey be kwa bontene mostly ye man ye positive say be ya be bona fe ya gro no and also ebetimi akon Ghana Premier League abana wi so month of April May awards nipping for it the nominees no e by say yetimi enso awia winners ni say na titi coach of the month of April May ekoyedema Brekum Chelsea omu coach anidin e de Samuel Buadu Kofi Yesu ono any team aje sa basketball nyo no kwa na wo Chelsea or lefty bibi anasa oja basketball goalkeeper of the month Echo Edema Eric Oforiantwi Alawa ono nso eye adwuma Edema Club and Daybreak Chelsea ono nso timi ya what they Ediasini naso kama na fi player of the month Echo Edema the pride of a half for the Hunters Bechem United ama brand and the Augustine Okra ono nso etimi Edisini naso ne kakra e free and Premier League ni mu e by the honsam na down Doma Eduana Football Club Senenso on the 9th of this month, June, Amudo Mani HM Baseke na fe so Oko Ago Pramana so no Amone Baseke Holy Stars and so Kusia Kan and pray and also the Tennyson friendly match omo bo pre-season omo enso stars way off season friendly match Diana Stars eko na for Amone Baseke Holy Stars away game Oko Presby Park and as a match never so 1 p.m. on the 9th of this month. So I game no and so to you no paying yeah dia kama and so ediamon some of the dolls they were ha yam fam pimina fe yen cross carpet and crofo ma so man and some no yam fa kakra enfan to enemy cover we are details no more and so but yen shells and fe yam fa enfree the Atlas Lions of Morocco the tennis and ra yam awu enya ne ntie Morocco team na Maroc A2 e free Morocco na from do mani enso achiremo ewo obi man so friends America endra ye kire time team no AD pass na say na Morocco team no ma rival ewo America no na isitie
أسود الأطلس المشاركون بطبيعة الحال في المونديال المقبل وسط تطلعات كبيرة لجماهير المنتخب المغربي لأن يذهب هذا المنتخب بعيدا بعد إنجاز قطر باحتلاله المركز البرازيل اسكتلندا وهايتي وبوروندي انتصر فيها بخماسية رباعية وأمام النرويج يوم 7 من هذا الشهر في نيوجيرسي نتابع
Morocco national team and the Royal Air Maroc attached down our New Jersey in America. What more air a tournament no be abekonka group no Haiti, Scotland, and after Brazil and a group or more air share say Juma Bekoyi Ede Amomaya, the Dean Ede Morocco, Ashraf Hakimi, a player, and the Moroccan national team, winning such Champions League of boy, Emma Le Parisien, Paris Saint-Germain, Omo J Edition, the Morocco team no presented a special cake the Champions League a design a kama Ede Momu player he did Ede Ashraf Hakimi say and no Susikoy.
Gagner un trophée très important, pour moi, comme je dis tout le temps, j'espère de gagner quelque chose avec vous. J'attends ça depuis longtemps. Et maintenant, on a un bon objectif ensemble, que c'est la Coupe du Monde. On espère de faire un bon Coupe du Monde, parce que c'était très important pour moi, pour tous nous et surtout pour tous les Marocains. J'étais fier de gagner ça et merci pour les...
Morocco national team special presentation for Abranten Diede Ashraf Hakimi and an upay here teacher and so they must still walk up and come here me up in Romo every Africa air conquer cranka cradia tennis and run orange national team of Netherlands omutena fi Emma Algeria ebe ball akaba to editor my preparatory gamer two teams in airbo ahead of the walk and last mami go no Abranten Diede on the smooth and go akoshe editor Holland saying and in this city
بسرعة الأمام هنالك لم يكن في وضع تسلل حاج موسى استلم ودخل باليمنى واليسرى فتح لنفسه الطريق من أمام هاتو اضربها في الزاوية البعيدة جول.
Player Edema Algeria national team Anis Haj Musa Ono Enendra Onyasa go away Rotterdam after 90 minutes. Netherlands players thing almost so much disappointed almost supporters no about Rotterdam ebe share game Algeria for only Joe many air bomb pie just say na Netherlands almost players na head from yeah enjoy say the euphoria no and also see 90 minutes.
A final player in Feyenoord Stadium have beaten Netherlands by a goal to nil, and don't they know it? Not the send-off Ronald Koeman was hoping for. His Dutch side created plenty. They had double the efforts of their opponents, but they couldn't find a way through. They'll bid farewell to home soil. One more friendly for each to go. That'll be when they make it to the US. But here in Rotterdam, it is Algeria's night. A Feyenoord player has struck for them his first international goal, and a beauty too to win this game. today.
Eno Niema Kakra Endra also Algeria who say Riyad Mahrez and then Kwadano. Womu Germany na fe Memphis Depay and the team Netherlands omonso akwa Hosem and akọ Ediamo Rotterdam anopai ye dinchire Ediamo yempiemu enso Omaya the din ede France the French national team Lele Blues manager Didier Deschamps or say the starman captain Kylian Mbappe ebepiemu World Cup na si fully fit the condition physically mentally everything is strong Mbappe di beye jumano.
Évidemment, j'échange avec lui, il a eu à parler avec les joueurs aussi. Il est capitaine, donc voilà. Après, c'est à mettre ça sur le terrain. Quand je vous dis, voilà, il y a les clubs, ok, ce qui s'est passé, là, c'est la sélection, c'est notre objectif et il a fait avec la première partie du groupe qui était là, beaucoup d'efforts aussi et il sait très bien, lui, il a une expérience que les autres n'ont pas. Puisque c'est sa 3e Coupe du Monde, qu'une Coupe du Monde, c'est difficile. Et en face, il y a du répondant et que ça vient pas comme ça, sans souffrir et sans avoir des...
Manager Eddie Madi Alele Blues of France Urani Din Eddie Didier Deschamps and I'll say Odin Komo Eddie Funny team who seen a quadra the Kylian Mbappe mentally physically boy no ready for tournament bas Nendra France for no camp no Desire Dwayne PSG player Nendra na any birthday age 21 I feel na quadra na Tennessee and a team no celebrity Desire Dwayne.
Merci beaucoup, le gâteau il est magnifique. Voilà, et voilà, je suis très content d'être ici pour la Coupe du Monde, très content d'être dans ce groupe. J'ai foi en nous et je sais qu'on a toutes les qualités pour aller très loin. Et voilà, je suis très content d'être ici. Merci beaucoup pour tous les messages que j'ai reçus aujourd'hui, parce qu'il y en a qui regardent et merci à tous.
Birthday message from the Starboy Desire Doué the French national team Omo camp and on play yeah DH and so them on NASA FIFA me call the world champions Argentina Womo ever said tournament you know me defending officially the Argentine national team Luther Duomo Nkomo Bebre and so Eddie Acho Endra Ewa America first training session video Argentina minor officially among Casa de Ababonti saying the team no amu training no and also FC and the Abisalasi of Argentina national team no official training no and also Asha say Ewa America man man play here teacher Eddie Mo from America yempio Ewa Mexico South Africa national team Bafana Mexico and amu so akopio amu airshare nim so amu so tournament no and near my everything akwe and Andra Ewa mu hotel Ewa Pachuca supporter back one kwadakitu ebi no pet and a Costa South Africa, my team, the players, Nina, Emma, a special welcome. Omuye no signing JC Edema Quad and say, and also a course El Pachuca, South Africa.
Sí, no, está en la misma situación.
Edo Niema Kakra Koso South Africa national team no so so ya de kakra eman sem na dodo na e wo ha brand kwanye class stories back home you know fan so famo Real Madrid that say hona pressure no e wo say na Endra upiem El Homegero wo mu juma die ni so openi friends Enrique ono enso apiem nim say openi no say opiem na fe owura friends Don Fiorentino Perez contesting the presidential election no oni ni be gina na fo ahwe say Madrid da konyo no be gina openi ne kotona so ne nkomo mu no and was saying on officially on it Ellen brought Haaland a wie the man said answer Real Madrid for Koto Abamana or the Haaland epa Real Madrid se lo tin en common.
Me sirve que me digas. He oído Enrique que tenías a un entrenador y que de repente ha salido como otra oportunidad y no sé cómo van las cosas, cuéntame tú.
Pues sabes mucho, ¿eh? Puede ser, hay un entrenador que tenemos nosotros, pero la llegada de don Raúl González Blanco, de Fernando Hierro, pues ha revolucionado y están ejerciendo, bueno, la jerarquía.
Na eno niema kakra koso opinion HMS or the Ellen Holland APM our club ne din de Real Madrid odi ne nkɔmɔ no opini ne wie free studio Hong Kong ɔmo kɔ commercial break sɛ na Fiorentino Perez pay for an ad na advert na ɔmo boy ne Don Fiorentino Perez nso gyina akyire mu sɛ ɔno no Madrid fo nkɔto abama no na ɔde Jose Mourinho ɛɛba na ɔno nso de n'aba bɛyɛ adwuma.
Los seguros del Betia y Caser patrocinan Sí.
I know your politics egu so a ɛkɔ so remember na men confirm for ma say Rafael Penmenta and Alfie Ellen Haaland ne papa friends Alfie Haaland ɔmo de message about bonte say enye no korɛ so ɔmo ne opinion na di nkɔmɔ asie say so obepiem wɔ Real Madrid Ellen Haaland ɛkɔ Real Madrid akɔ yɛ adwuma nti wɔn deny story no say enye no korɛ so opinion ne ɔmo aka bibia Jose Mourinho so confirm say video na Fiorentino Perez elikima ne ba bonte officially ɛno nso enye ɔno Jose Mourinho ɛna ɛyɛ saa video nti ɔmo bi enu nyinaa Ubia play diversional tactics. Omo nsem omo kan message eba no emu bia ni ho ane de enso official no pan ye de achi e de am brand call time na nya so ne ma memfa ntu anim upie mu e wo France de ten say Roland Garros no egusu a e cause na Ayana Sabalenka wono e world number 1 okolusu semi final e de am Diana Schneider na Ayana Sabalenka adi nkomo o say de akos no say or consider say ono kra retirement no ofri French e be du fi apɛ what the air baby tennis ONCA can be world number 1 Ayana Sabalenka.
Just wanna quit tennis right now, but we'll see. We'll see in a few days. Hopefully I'll get back on track mentally.
And no a world number 1 Emana from Ayana Sabalenka and out is Odin come after say world number 25 Diana Schneider and so Kuchana Diana de credit to Jamrene yentime mfama ye ba wi a ye de san komo no eba Shakira din komo de afa Gerard Piqué one na warrior na aba wi enne ma o consider ene ne mba ne ho nsem ni nyina e wo ha wi a ye ba Luther King e di details ni nyina enso e bra no pai Benas Etachi executive producer e boa ma ensem e ba junior e wo M share ohwe e ma bibia konkan Lord asamo dina camera na chi de ten say Luther King abudia bi na fe Ricardo Varas komo nyina e boa with production meeting e de Habib Mohammed from the special one ye de pim ne yakwama wofa any team na betena se Daybreak at was yenhie wia 3 p.m. na first standard version no yemfa ni nyina emfa emra until then salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh
Daybreak Jumedi. Top of the morning this morning is at Komfuanochi Teaching Hospital. And ye jebre ye di nkomo ye fa the ubokrata breni nyina di Komfuanochi ho nkomo. Anope the African proverb no e kan kire wo say. Enya hwe ni sika dodo a wo. Enya hwe ni ahoden ni tumi a wo. Untimi mansuo ento enwu nko awfie. Ye kira ne say onipa onne wo ho edum pempensuo bi a ubehia foforo na ade abobra nti unya sika na sesen na wo yare na yadudu hospital ho na yedi baabi a obeda masa that time na usika ne ntimi nya ohwe anope ye to ankomo no so enra ye bo mo amane se Komfuanochi Teaching Hospital say omode no enye no bed syndrome utom omode no eye no space syndrome enti nyem pa ne ho aye den eye baabi aye dem pa ne besi to omo say omo kan kire ye nyina in fact from enra chi ena eya wada nti ebnada no nkomo mu di ye no ekosi enra nwumre na omo 24 hours no eso ye. But even before the 24 hours ended, there had been a review of Wamunkuta Hudie no. The public relations manager no boy amane say asam ne bae na Ghana Health Service. Empenim force derby enkomo emi entra so ekire ye hu say Ashanti Regional Minister aso ye so statement free ho e bae. The collaboration was to ensure set pressure no enkoye too much. It is a pressure no enkoye too much there. And ye kakra beba no hospitals no aka no ebeje asoso anu akopem say Komfuanochi ebe create space to accommodate new cases. Diaja eno an ye te ho a afa enkodura nwumre a yes, asamabo nam say e dey asamwa. Yes, statement na if you Komfuanochi bae no. Health Ministry no wobo anyo so. Aden wobo anyo so. Statement no. Health Minister we issue statement. And I'm say ebo we issue statement say anopay Kofi Frimpong ha Kofi Health Minister no statement no mo mame ye dey statement every hin e buy hwan na ne din hyase na afi ye nhya nkomo na se anopay
statement no an select any free Ministry of Health na e buy na nipa den sa e hyase no I mean the Honorable Minister of Health and the Honorable Deputy Minister also of Health omo no mo nsa e hyase a omo tro
train. Was it there?
The Nsa the Minister of Health and the Deputy Minister of Health. Only no man say.
Hey, Kofi, what should you anyway?
Over.
Kratano. Desmond, what in be the me
say Desmond.
Chief Director.
Yeah.
Okay, the Chief Director na assign Kratano.
And assign Kratano.
But Wama Minister of Health.
And the Deputy Minister of Health.
Minister of Health
okay.
Yes.
Into
Kratano yenim komo no.
It's over.
Kratano ababo nti no omunim hubi.
Omunim hubi.
Okay.
Yes. Omunim hubi. It offer in common as a Ministry of Health, that is the Chief Executive Officer, Komfuanochi Teaching Hospital, Ashanti Region, and our omode headline about a query regarding Komfuanochi Teaching Hospital accident and emergency center full and unable to admit new cases management. Or say the Ministry of Health has taken note of a statement with above caption making rounds on social media. Further, the head of public affairs of Komfuanochi Teaching Hospital was also heard on Channel 1 TV News, affirming the decision of hospital management on the inability of the emergency center to admit new cases. This is contrary to a clear directive of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to hospitals not to turn away emergency cases. You are you are by this letter requested to appear before the Honorable Minister of Health on or before 12 noon on Thursday, 4th June 2026, to explain why disciplinary action should not be taken against you for contradicting a clear directive of the His Excellency President of the Republic of Ghana. We count on your cooperation. Signed by Desmond Boateng, Chief Director for Minister. Copy from Honorable Minister of Health and Honorable Deputy Minister of Health.
Kofi, opa jina ho peso atranse. Na me address Chief Director.
Okay.
He, Kroma. Agro wo mani so. Kroma agro wo mani so. Chief Director say there. Chief Director say, Convanoche
Teaching Hospital.
Omo Public Relations Manager. Omo tenen kan say okasa.
Our Channel 1 TV.
Our Channel 1 television.
Yes.
Say almost nipa eba hono dos. Nti womo edi bench asi. Say ma obia ma ho biu.
Yes.
Na womo hwe womo no kra no aboroso. Nti womo ntwen don hwere aduonu nan achi. Na womo age.
Yeah.
Ahoho sebe. Edi womo aba abehwe womo. Na no say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can say obi aba asupitia me amane nkofi nyasa
yenhwe no
nti eye den na Convanochefo ese omunyi obia
ewo emergency unit o
nti wo say anu nti no
omra mechichi
Chief Executive na o Convanoche Teaching Hospital no emra enne Ministry of Health
acha by 12 noon
nti ansana awia beto no
yes
omra Accra na omechirechire mu senti a
enu kwan
omma ho kwan se ye gini pa foforo bi ade ne badam homoa ka kire nse bia mi chirechire ni mu ansana
waba
Chief Executive no aba why
ene
wose mi am chirechire ni
wa chirechire
ansana Chief Director no Chief Executive so obeko so onko ono anasema but ansana obedu office ho no bepese me chire Chief Director ni mu Chief Director no enkran na ote ana say ya okwa apro nante
offer enkran ote
enkran no betena because enkomo na ekoso ha na ye di a ono tenkran ho say mampani say me okay omumra mpacho o yare a ukọ Convanoche a kotena car park no ho o yare na du Convanoche a Dakar park ho you see Kofi enema bi ho ekoso a na omo de book
ato ho
eti mampani the Convanoche Hospital no entu anamo no a omo tuye no ena omo kan ye say ha ye ma nanso mampani say obi obeba bia me ye mane nko enti mo nyina mo mmra ena odu emergency ho a enkofo gu fom ena bi gina ho ena ye nhwe omo ena hospital ho aye ye ena nsantwerofo ko duru ho ena omo ye reporter Chief Director na no pe
say no pe
unim eno na me ka kire mo say
eno no pe
say mo me tena kuma say ya ho ne ye ho say oh asem we die me nka ho asem ti ye yare a ye ne ebewu Chief Director no tenkan ho no hospital ahodo wo sen eno yare a onko Chief Director no hospitals na won kran no a wo yare a say wo kwa ha ne ye say ha ye ma wo be kwa ha wo kwa ha ne ye say ha ye ma wo be kwa ha
offer a lot of hospitals now
from her say udu Convanoche ne ye say Convanoche aye ma wo be kwa hin
ise bi akọ Agogo Hospital Regional Hospital
so nan say wo de wachi kwa wanim pa o
offer say in Regional Hospital
Dabi wo fi Convanoche aso wo kwa Agogo wo kwa na wa Agogo ho
offer say Regional Hospital
na Agogo ho ya ka wo kwa Convanoche
say after ni say we was here completely incomplete here
na unim enkomo aye di na no pe misra ubufu aye wo problem because you see onyare ene yemfa wo nko Convanoche nkonya o ha no aye ka ho asem ampa mampani say obiara ba hospital me entene no away eye mampani osiso obiara ba hospital me entene na away yenhwe no yes I no kan
ah sa no kan
but you dey me entie no se be ye nkoye se me ana maka asem ahye na no.
Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Health is expected to issue guidelines to eliminate the unacceptable no-bed syndrome. Patients facing medical emergencies must be received and given help, if even under makeshift conditions. You don't need to have a comfortable bed to save a patient. No patient must be turned away from any health facility they report to. Mr. Speaker, but in the meantime, government will expand capacity by implementing the Rich Hospital Phase 2 project to increase the number of beds at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. We will also continue and complete the Police Hospital project and also continue and complete the La General Hospital. Mr. Speaker, in the Ashanti region, we will complete the Sewa Regional Hospital. We will complete the Aferi Military Hospital. And we will complete the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital Maternity and Children's Block. Mr. Speaker, we remain on course to build a stronger, more resilient.
Kofi.
Offer.
Edu baby a
abotre
dem nya abotre jai enkomo na mampani di ye no enkomo na mampani di ye se nyansa wo mu
pa
anamwa
pa
okay o se enise esi esese so obi ba asupiti ho a
ye hwe no
ye nya baby ma no eda o se mid shift o ti ase ntite baby a ehwa ye ma yempe baby na yemomo anya den enwo okan no wie ye ena o se ye betu anamon na hospitals a ye nwie ye esesi ye wie se de be ya nkomo na aba ma mi dibi no emma bio no ye be ye ena oba asante no se Sewia hospital ye be complete. Yes, I know kind. And also aferi meboa. Aferi so ye be ye. Na maternity block na work of Konfanoche Teaching Hospital hono so.
Obe complete.
Ya ye dey. A complete. Okay. Ano pay ya ye di nkomo yi. A Konfanoche Teaching Hospital enra echi. Omni statement ba say why ye menti. Ye nya obia emfa nto ba bia say ye de nto mo ntwan so no. Ya complete Sewia ho.
There be incomplete here.
Ya complete Aferi ho.
Aferi incomplete here.
Maternity block ni ya wie.
Ye wie.
Enti se asem si wo Konfanoche a. Asem si wo Konfanoche a. Ye nwie ya no. Me shift no ye den.
Bibi ni ho sa.
Okay. Enti se uti se chief director bi tenkran. O tenkran. Na wate se ye si Kumasi asem asi ha onim ha. Ye koso wo Konfanoche ho no onim.
Enkonfo ne nimbehe
na watro krata tenten book ya ma obi mra the chief executive na oba na obechirem na mo ntiase amopa mu nyinadi mu yinadi wi a hospital ho sa space na ye kan still eni ho
the same problem na be persist with hospital
omo kan kire ye say hospital no a emergency end ho no e fa nipa 37. Yes, I know kind. And I'm say a fan nipa 61.
Meaning say abroso.
Edu baby a ja mo yemfa nyansa anya adwuma na bibi ni su ye nipa.
Oh sure.
Ade no e fa 37. Say nipa 61 e de go.
Meaning say abroso.
Abroso. Eti me shift na mampani kan. Oba Konfanoche ho a. They've created that space.
Yeah.
Because instead of the 37, they have 61. And on 61 na chino. Ebi yajibi ayenya baby ma omo nyeden. En na ye. Nti se be ya ye be 61 no. Na omo aya admit wo no omo nso ya hwe wo mo. Yama ebi emmebio.
Yeah.
Patwa asem we nyansanim.
Nyansa wo. Because on all percent do do na e wo hono no. Abro so na 61 or he o mama mu akọ. Na wasanso agibili account or release letter say for now no up to say emergency unit to 61 eso bete amodi bia ba beka ho no. I think say nyansa wo.
Me patwa chief director no. Confanochi for issue statement ni wuku adan. Na wada.
Of anon na also take
Wanhwe city news ni bio. Because enkomo na o di na o se nra anopa. O
was also heard.
And let me say o te ya
one TV news.
Sad news for na. Onko no nko check say the previous day no. Omo anya announcement say Confanochi for say. Enam se hwa ye manti no.
Yeah.
Omo ntimi nyi nipa bi wante no.
Eno dey wante.
Because e hia no.
Yeah.
Eno hia no. But ade chi anopa no a asem no asi apapa ni chire mu senti no. Eno no ote ye. Eno ote ye no sebe. Wan hunu hia. So obefre Confanochi mpanimfo abi so say na ede na esi. Ye onim ne so ochro krata. Ede ba asante. Say asem na esi no ye nyai. Na ochro krata no wante say papa no aka say 24 hours no omai no 12 hours. Because yesterday, is that not what he told us?
It's not okay.
He told us that they have been able to make it now 12 hours. Why are they doing 12 hours? Because almost say Ghana Health Service and penning for one santino, Eddie Nkomo, Omudi Nkomo no. Omudi say once Confanochi is trying to solve the problem, right? They are making sure say other hospitals no ebetimi asoso emergency cases no ano. Na Confanochi ye the omo ye no a, then they are able to make sure that they deal with the cases. When nyina nra ekoso. Nti say papa no a ochro krata o chief director. Say otie nkomo no a, there would not be the need to query the chief executive and summon him to Accra.
Debbie.
Again, the OSHA statement if you regional minister say the president talked about Seria Hospital.
Yeah.
Then he also talked about Ferry. So this is the statement from the
Confanochi.
No, I want the regional minister statement. The regional minister statement, the spokesperson, a release, Kofi. Unim say Seria Hospital na ye ka ho asem. Akromfo akowie wi awon niam.
Niam na omude kogu ho nom no.
Seria Hospital ho no a ye twen amampani e kind the state of the nation address say omu be complete no. Checks I did yesterday. Enra enkomo amete akromfo akowia niam no a ewo hospital ho no. And I'm sure I won't say by close of day tomorrow morning those updates would come.
Also blow.
Niamete ye kra etwa me nsuru mu ne say akromfo no, and that one I'm sure people are aware.
Okay.
Say unim say ne kromfo ba ofia o mebo upunu mebu upunu ni say de wali amri no.
Onkra.
For roof.
Yeah.
A dina pampam and a kromfo ne fa no ma tiesi fie. No oma bie puno no. No ma yi niam na de ko. Enu bi na mate se si wo.
Seria Hospital. It's the roof of the hospital no bubusi.
Yes, so omu fa asoro
no bubusi.
And na omu si mu and omu asesa niam. What you say? So the conversation about hospitals, okay. Is it a statement?
Of Ampacho statement.
Okay, Ampacho kind of statement.
We free the PR of regional minister, Hussein Ibrahim.
Hussein Ibrahim. What's he saying?
I say update on operations at Confanochi Teaching Hospital. Following the announcement by the management of Confanochi Teaching Hospital regarding congestion at 8 Accident and Emergency Center and the temporary suspension of new emergency admissions, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, immediately engaged the Regional Director of Health Services and convened an emergency meeting with heads of health facilities across the region. The meeting resulted in coordinated measures to redistribute emergency cases to other capable health facilities within the region, ensuring that patients continue to receive timely care while pressure on Komfanoche Teaching Hospital was reduced. This morning, the regional minister received a briefing from the chief executive officer of Komfanoche Teaching Hospital, confirming that following these interventions and collective efforts of healthcare workers across the region, the hospital has fully resumed normal operations at its accident and emergency center. The incident underscores the importance of ongoing government investment aimed at expanding tertiary healthcare and referral services in Ashanti region. These interventions include the resumption of work on the KNUST Medical Center, supported by over 400 million Ghana cedis in the GET Fund financing completion works on the Seria Regional Hospital, and the ongoing construction of the lab facility of CAF to enhance specialized healthcare delivery.
You see, this, yes, and Yama all come one seminar, effort, steps that government is taking to ensure that apomodin komo yebedi. But as we speak, who do Komfanoche Teaching Hospital? Na me hwehwe say, nkasabre ya pressure ewa 12 out of 16 regions and a baha. Ntinka, ade no mo friend do mu se de. So unima de kro. What was ade? Ane nkofo esisi a o ko ade na ya moye wo hɔ a anu bi ni. Eboa. On Saturday we bi no. And ebi de ya asɔre, ebi de ye okɔ Ratri Park. Almost anu bi wo. Etinka enne ya apomuden ho asɛm. Aye hiade. Na yentimi nsi de esese yesi ewo Komfanoche to accommodate nneɛma we nu nyina. Ede na be si yɛn ho kwan sɛ yɛbɛkɔ akosi we bi. Ewo space bi mu within Komfanoche. Na sa space no ebefa ebia nipa 100 ana nipa 200. Won't that solve the problem of say ye de nkofo aba na yeso obonko?
Ebe solve it.
Now, how many days would it take us to put this thing up?
Just 2 days.
Not health ministry. Health ministry. Adewe. Omuntimi nye bi ma Komfanoche. Can't they do this for Komfanoche Hospital?
Omitimi.
Do they need the chief executive and the workers there?
No.
Enti enkomo na ye di no a onwa tro krata chief executive brana be chirechirem oba no be chirechirem wia nipa no a omukọ hospital ho na yenya ba bi mo omo nna ye benya ba bi omo ma
David.
Enti ede enkomo na omo ni ye di. Why are people treating ye wa asante no differently?
Yeah.
Because we are dealing with apomuden baby ankrofo beda. And there were people who were sent to Sintra Soha, Prempeh College for to accommodate them whilst they deal with the situation. And Penifo Dimirika and Abra Nabechim no credit say Udu Komfanoche Teaching Hospital. There's no space.
There's no space over there.
There's no space. That is the Asama Yeka.
There's no space.
Etimunya say Brana Bechirem or Bechirem or Bano Bechiremu Via Monfam Penny na Chima. And a woman in Paddy Bar, on your baby or them Paddy Bessie. That's the conversation we are having this morning. It is Chief Director, Nemo Amokeka, Kawa, the Muniman, some more chalk ratano. Who do Komfanoche no paya? Omo Ompa, Egua, Ombetimi Ashe, but the any baby Adam Panisi. That's the conversation. Eti ampama mpani say my ntani obia away. Chief executive ne mu amaka moma cars na park wo hono park wo abonten. Obia duru ha onyina ho. De opeso otena so omfa na konwamra no metena ase.
Ofa na mampanyin kan no abaye so mbeye. Mampanyin ka so be complete maternity block on complete here.
Edu baby a mesramo. Nimdia ni nyansa. Eni ba akufu tirim. Nimdia ni nyansa. Nti yense sa ya dwene. Ni yempe asem no baby a yedi si a eye yie. The doctors at Konvanochi Teaching Hospital are working extra hard. The nurses at Konvanochi Teaching Hospital are working extra hard.
Even extra time.
Account session. Everybody who is working at that hospital is doing more than required.
Yeah.
Because the number of patients are ever a door to check the hospital need to be accommodated. Enti enye krata atro. Enye krata atro ena brana be kirem na mampani se.
Go and fix.
Be se mo man kofo de da ho. Na media fo ni metwa. Na no so ye hwe de mbeka.
They should fix the problem. That's all.
Sa populism ni man munyai. When it is about apomuden, when it is about addition, what is about environment, let's not do partisan politics.
Yeah.
The edim komo e fa apomuden ho ya addition, baby a yedi etiri beto the enframa ye home ni ade a. Mama onye no politics o, mama nchro books o. The problem at Konvanochi Teaching Hospital has been there from Insiansare. Dr. Insiansare Breso, we have always had problems. Anytime a Konvanochi Chief Executive be ever free media press interaction, he will tell you that ayeketwa nipa dodo no eba ha no yentimi accommodate omo from one chief executive to another chief executive. And the doctors have been working their houses off. Why? Because they want to save lives. But can you imagine? Say Nkofo Gu Hospital ho. Yenya baby mfo gu. Where are the doctors supposed to attend to them? Where? In the much as there are challenges, yenya yenim yesika semusua yentimi nya ne se de yepese ye no. Let's not dampen the spirit of the people who are working hard. Omo eye adwuma so wo hospital ho no. Because if the health workers get fed up with Anyama way, that instead of dealing with the problems, we are always hiding them behind the carpet. They will go and sit there, and nobody will be able to deal with it. It is someone abano. Health Minister by and wacha niema no obehe, and I'm sure if the list is ready, we can go through it. If not, on another day. And niema Health Minister acha no obehe no kolebu na omaje omo de Rich Hospital no omaje omo de we no omaje omo de obeba Konvanochi no Konvanochi munyi mienu. Hospital no so is not taking care of just Ashanti region. It's a check, ebi die 11, ebi die 8, ebi die 7, edu Konvanochi amunyi 2. Mesramo, yeye wa asante no. Yeye wa asante no. Ye maame muyi o. Ye nso ye maame te aware ase. The Greater Accra, ne maame te aware ase a. Ashanti region so ne maame o te aware ase. Nti munya isa mo hwe se te se de ase ye nyanka, ase ye de ye beto so no. Munya edi asem ni. Kofi, so asura de yem fa calls.
Over. So looking at this particular letter now, I mean, Regional Minister First Aid, Hussein Ibrahim Debaye, he was stating it clear, say, Omoye meeting with the Chief Executive Officer of Konvanochi, and then even to the management of Konvanochi, saying, say, for them to hold emergency cases at Konvanochi and resolve problems. So Omoye this particular meeting to make sure, say other cases bar, Omo refer those cases to other health facilities. Sinebeya, almost betimi. I heard that emergency case.
PR or catch that is the position now.
Yeah.
Even the 24 hours, it's been reviewed to 12 hours.
12 hours, yeah.
As of a new not 24 hours. No. As Confanoche, a resume issues now they were dealing with. So, what was the essence of the health minister's chief director statement? To do what?
So, Omomono DNSA, the Confanoche management released that particular letter offer to address the general public. Say, in case you have emergency case, that's all the back Confanoche. All the bar say nebeto intend a fako other, health facility. Not almost that emergency case in the farm. But then so Oshe the letter, the health minister, and so the Abba say or the sermon, the Confanoche. Yes. Offer this letter no of who said it was unnecessary. Unnecessary to the point, say right now as we speak, Confanoche is in need of facilities. Just like we're listening to the video of John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, he said point blank, said, Obabeye the maternity block. As we speak, maternity block no 1 year.
No, but that they will not be able to finish. And they year. I'm hoping that by the end of the year, the mischief is where my issue is. That Kopim said and Ubesino. Can't they bring Sadia Yedichre Ewo Confanoche? Accommodate more people. Those are the steps we want the ministry to be taking.
They can create something like this.
And then what come and penny say, okay, Kasa say we are no be akoda ni mamobi legon achimota bubodi no mame
Rage Hospital.
Na comfort ha na omo pentenkwa na the ambulance ko na ekọ na chi na ambulance na ba na nim na ekọ na chi na obi awu.
Apart from Confanoche Teaching Hospital, we don't have any hospital the status closer to Confanoche. So for me who say this letter free the director of health ministry it was unnecessary letter because of say the chief executive officer were explaining himself say as we speak say nipa 37 and emergency cases FA wa fabro 61 emu 28 no afa dia bro so even to the extent say other cases
relax and say asem etono obi amfre
obi ase
no busu ani bi the ration ko na yesi yenya ba bi mfa no nto am obi amfre 020-633-4646 020-633-4747 anopay yeni nkomo yere mampani e kasa e ma na hawo ebi a wonyare da ebi a wonkoto se ye de obi akokofwa no che amasemato ba de bibisa ne se enye mpa ena konfwa no chifuo ni o konfwa no chi sesi a omo beds brand new beds. They don't have anywhere to put the beds.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. No crack and no. Into the says I tend to ya de chile. Omo pa, omo mi ensibi, nana kwati free.
Kumase.
Nana kwati yankasa. Hello, nana kwati.
Mira.
Yeni nkomo.
Mami mo abaso pa woni wo fasia ni no studios ni mo tumefo na asante ye ya mu hwe MP dudu a ifrance and member akudi enkran tiniu menya majority asem na make this studio over the whole Ghana constituency and so region asante yenso ne ne ma ne teye kura ye ne ma ne teye kwesi atikuruma and halina gisu education minister and Oba and Okonka Kojina Parliament say road minister and Tinalisha Santimem na traffic congestion no esonodo bisa say MPC no omu ewa gomu share achia make the see Confanoche sabi o wuni ene wadanfi ensesare ba ye wuru bibi e kosudio bia santi the problem ya first say sapofu and penvote ya asante and this ni prevote ya na ti higher dia and higher mo dia no enipa na wan omu dia wo do meto ba mamo mo party mi ni nyina we say asem a wo kan enye nkata atwere enye nkyiremu asem yes say Confanoche no congestion bawo enti mo mode na hospital no mo amaye no mo nwie say politics say no mo kokobie bie say wi ade no akonfo wi ane ma no ye Ghana sika ye yɛsrɛ mo amanyɔfoɔ yɛsrɛ mo sɛ deɛ ɛnyɛ guinea pigs na asante mu deɛ ayɛ ayi sɛ mopɛ vote anom aba na yɛwu deɛ a ɛsɛ mfa mo hɔ wɔmmra mɛkyerɛ deɛ bi adeɛ no kɔ gua akɔtɔ nkyene bra yɛmfa nto nkɔ anim ne yɛnni wobɛn nkyene ama sika ama asɛm bɛ na abɛka bɛyɛ de sɛ nkyene de bɛto aduane mu adie asɛm bɛ na mokai wura ɛnɛ waka asɛm paa wobɛsɛ biribi akyerɛ me na ɛbɛkasa na nkɔfoɔ ntina sɛm ase di natɛm yɛwɔ ahemfo na nanom akɛseɛ akɛseɛ wɔ asantema mu a ɛnipa titio hyɛnɔres papa paa asantema mu a na ɛwɔ wɔbu firi a na ɛkɔ nkran adɛn na mote yɛ de no mutumi nka ho asɛm fa ma yɛn adɛn ayerɛwura ma mso ma mehwɛ makwada kɔmfa no kyepɛ yi emergency hɔ na wowɔ hɔ nyɛ de nnipa bɔ pa ne sɛ ɛmpani wɔ no woayɛ ma na wo sɛ nnipa na ma ne ambulance wɔ
meda ase anɔpɛ ma menkɔta kɔ abusuafoɔ babrɛ manu
Opa.
Mami ntie wa no pe.
Well, we got the jump on. Yeah, just on about. Opa nka ko ko papa. What you go for at the Adam person who play. You see, I'm about for normal in the formal. That's it.
But I say, I no pay you gusu a ye din komo. Mame nko takrade. Isaac. Hello, Isaac. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Isaac. Ye nin komo.
Yo, but I the page for mama na wo kakra pa.
Afra.
We get in some wo ka say dia o panaki ayate ejume. Wo share tell papa no oba China one beka da afemi. Sanje tawa ko nyim be jana sa program ni mutu ya ko solve. Which your letter na ko de ma minister ni say oh the tia esha be dey to at companionship into the fata mu we put with the apoyana. We are sure that so video so and I say tip is ka ka sa saman. O minister to tia and so be no one. So we se problem ga ba anti we da na say companionship. So we to go minister so tia so be so do so. Into we are tired we want working. Now, I want to me, I have to work to videos or so.
Hello.
Not with Shelly,
hello, Isaac.
And then we share a then I know MPP won't buy you. Child hospital may after me. Anything, yeah. Which woman who share ya. And the child program the Emma. That is a man of 1 year. Child, what there would I stand on the prayer walk? What will get them when they say, I think that a buying baby. Watu wafanake jeje. ATS hospital mienu sheria any afari.
Mr. Mumamini Abranche nkasa, Mumamini nkasa. Hello. Isaac. Hello, Isaac.
Yes.
Isaac.
Boto mi chio pa.
Unim. Ya mu didi nkomo se ya. Usi 8 years na den mabetina radio TV no so na me kasa on. I want to say, I can't read the Isaac.
What come out can protect what I can't read the
Isaac.
What if you're watching, what is it? I'm found to put up an action, but then you're down one year with the action. Someone here working on the face, someone is on the 8 years and the house on the paper. Someone here working. Mummy
called your twice. Oh, there how. Oh, yeah, Jai. Now, when Afia no more bensuum.
Hospital assembly here come.
How?
When your politics assembly here
come. When you embrace, we Afia aboa wa bensuum foforo. Nti no odi ne nkomo saa. Wo be hwe no. NDC atare na ehye no. Pese obeka bibi fufuro bia.
Yeah.
Ya tira Chrome has started here kasa o Chrome han. Na what started free TV so. Ya ntwa nkomo no so. Sapon. Nana?
Hello.
Nana Kojo.
Aja.
Ye ni nkomo wai.
Aja me da sepa na afenya wode amame. Na I health issues to see
Probably no one day, the Chinua. I am a mentor. Obia bet me any condition I call for not now true. Just last month, we push any economic one. That time, I'm not bad. You the net performance I 2 days as an amount of bed. And even now, and when you go ahead and Ghana mine and now. If you check the record, from what year is going, it's more than 12 billion over Ghana. It's yet in the and shut my foot the one that can come in and now back the Mabini, the Catholic said, what didn't Ghana for one? Ayasa and Adia, number one priority. Now, and one money they will because of liberty. A man who was to get the operation. Now, you mean we are a whole America. Now, I make a matter. Pasha, all those kids at the end of the year, manners and percentage. So, what you know, call one to Many I tax those Ghana have the tax area. And when you want to that, you know, that year, you know, what you call a time for production, and that would be the and don't see, I'm a man, a penny for 1 year time for my. With the threat, one now, a teddy room there. A mama and the man, a mama Ghana, now, then why you want to take a more than 90% complete one. And yet, you might have some reason what to be charged, you know. And yet, you might. And I'm not one count.
Yeah, quite a Sapo. I don't pay any cover.
I own an aquarium.
Yes, I'm no man, papa. I'm on your food. Yes, we enjoy.
Come our capital radio. Asante Mashe we are DCB, and that's what kind of council we are people. Yes, again, is it the audio? Fine. Now, the Amian said, yes, you do a Danija, and you say this. Any Asante, any program, any air car. Now, I want to be the cabin my enya. When so come, then no crack. Sabionka would offer you when you're being car, like Wajai. It was a percentage, and there will be a Canadian also. Now, there are no fancy the Canadian. That is a new Richard Chama, yes, you saw the Kata. Said the empty Nama, Yapamo, NPP for him, Umukoy. And you must say, ya, Yanian, woman, and your mind, Umukoy. Snassi. Sanka Yadia, Unia, Quenya, can be distinct here. And ya Ubekai, and Ka Umekanisau. Nelson Yankano, in Yedu. It's yet the Yasan said, Confanochi, who crowd free, central region. When our problem one, a hayani do bebo. Do a more system when a problem at the neighborhood. It can come around and come around so do Saturn San Srebia. About was about with the Australian Ayadias and think one enya. Yes, sir. Into Uber nothing beer. We shall know who can, Uncle Wajai, a Chinano for Medas.
Yes, said as I pay you, Busua, ye didn't come up and check a Busia for would you and what done. You know, you know, be boom with the Awadano quite strong. Wafata? Patao.
Hello.
Kumbu Boko there. Good morning.
Boko. Medawate. Yameshira Mopa. Me papa Yamema Wabutre. All say TV Jumani Radio Jumadi. And some brother just Abutru. And Yamema Wabutre. Because what kind of friend no? Obijina Babi Kurampo, Abakato MPP. Obijina Babi Kurampo, Abakato NDP. And there's some Ghana Hayanta saying, do or minor home. For Fanaki, now hospital from and no hospital to the young penny for the Omunimani and crying. The Biani and crying, the Biani and crying. MYO. Now, all say at Nipana or Freno. And treasure or not yet, Najin at Itasi. And I'm saying, or the MDC. On the end, this is the Bia. The year crown for the NDC is still the year. Like I say, NDC is a conjunction, and so we are there in your crown for another day in your crown for and you question Ghana or Bia Kanaka or Bia Grand Agi. As some way, Anisha. Oh, for a crop for no one as some crop at a crop for Chow consequences for no one's the line of it. And yet, some United States politics. Hospital and NDC and NPC. Kaakyire and NDC and CTP. And there's some revia. Never be one young to say and do on minor home. People find you may show find you know what to say. I don't know what incoming the chairman want to remember me now.
Marty. Ajuma Winnie Valley.
You know what I want to say.
You are near her for me.
Mama Chow, no tea for Lemon Chow Yoga. Oh, took a crosswalk. Gun and an euro. It's your number pay. Minso, I'm on a or a gun and an euro. It's Luciana Papa. Lunia, a Jumana, don't respond to any caller. See, there are some American. Do not respond to any caller. Because the moment you begin to respond, so you will never make progress. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't respond to anybody. It's a brotherly advice. You can take it or leave it. Now, let me make progress. My brother, it is very important that you put life first before our political affiliation. The people I was saying, me pankwa and here saying, among yourself. You see, we are where we are as people because of your attitude, the way we do politics in this country. Because we have invited politics into everything. People are dying from Panoche. How can you talk like that? Are you a responsible human being? 1 year, Akoji, 1 year, and Panaso, Nasa, and Predasa. I G emergency in Nipanya Panaso. Go to Kolebu, offer all the hospitals in Accra. Kolebu Nipana Pamo. Emergency center, walk Kolebu. People are lying there on floor. And propose that from our Pomo. Bank of Ghana Medical Center. People are, what are they talking about?
What are these?
All the facilities there. What same hospital Ghana house in Panapom? Near Kanapali, and away. People are there for nothing. So when you're near Tamako, come about the yell politics. I didn't know your politics are some. And you come for nothing because a medicine center is one. Many are very pathetic to serve now. The pathetic to serve in pen, Abu Swan is Adjustia. It is a banner, come for nothing, or money be done with my view. It's not about the mistake. I tell you, I say, whoa, I become class still the problem will persist. Because Ghana, Hano, your new hospital be organized, let's for the past 3,000. Another can say, when nobody have that, you know, you put almost about 5,000. You go see hospital, a city like Kumasi, a city like Accra, that's 1,500 bed, 1,200 bed, 60 bed emergency center, 37 bed emergency center. I mean, how? Who hate the nature and artificial, another artistic impression, artistic comparison. It is the finest in the whole of South Africa. Engineering and transport situation, but as any pen, you know, and any pen also, no. Son, I was said, because certain region, who had Ghana Preparation Centers are since 2000, ever since last census, it has always been a Asante region. Asante has always been the elite.
Jama.
Yes, sir.
I don't pay any income.
Edika, my mention, I'm a mom, Juma. I mean, tell me, Papa, Professor Bujo Alabi, Kamenshira and Norman Holding, and Quatentene. Kamenshira Regina Chama, and I put his statement team. Kamenshira Regina, Deputy Secretary, the neighbor Secretary Bajo, and a so, Chama, Obofo. Now, I'm not paying so, near the bar, near the Tuma, no, Jumana, I'm the same family anchor. Now, a pioneer Breno, Hana, component. Oh, I gave you high, Yamu Canada, or man and ye in a year. Just a shelter region, which at the Accra was the Hokura, the Accra Hospital, a Dino, Mariana. In the present Mahama Mota, 2015, who took Martin Hospital, Mr. Genya, very discount, and a Modi Sewa, or Modi Formana, or Modi acquired, after Anna Tepa, a buy. People want me and what is there about so buy me by 8 years and I come to me with the Ankabua because by the what is Regina Hospital. I can know that me up and back a credit years to work and I can see me the last and not 8 years. And the other man died says a young kind of cracker. So buy a present of what the year and I will see which can move up and typical year after it. I know years to work and if you go be kind of the year and I want to pay and I fight and go to Julia, get problem with the banner. Because the Yanka, you're going to be frank and leave for the dog. But would me one about the everything in your yo-yo. Now, I don't want I don't want to see it want to complete about for saying. Now, Mr. Mapa, and the because you don't be fine. That are many political. But I'm sure for the Western citizen, the Brunei and Yato, it's because that are many political. Yes, now, or two composers, sorry, let's go. Yes, G component. And by the name of the car, but two composers, G and this guy from Comano. You can't just a poor and poor. I'm that time, a band is the one bad, yeah, one by Yemen, Yemen, with a small man, that is the small man. He is in the money for quality, the Asuma, so I'm married. That is the triple Martin of Biakan, and you be one muscle. Because of me, we know you, I'm a near you have to pin so many Kapuchias and Yemen, and then the radio station, TV station, let's take them on Mokaka. That time is no me, like Commodore too. And the sort of the guy, you're better than me, you're talking to Yana to the area. That's the folk mother. Yeah, who was actually the better radio. Oh, yeah, find your way and you're too for the city of my family.
Udim como say I am where I'm and then drop what's now chrome ha. A super buying that Yantias yes, I buy say, and near mana a day by a hue come for nothing. Almost tax was on. Now, medical, I'm not today. Omada. Oh, sorry, I don't pay. Oh, no, madam. They be a motion share. Oh, fruit to cry tree. Oh. Fruit to tree, dear. Fruit to tree, dear. Over. If you are behind, Union. MC for you, Munim fruit to tree. Oui. Tu vas me dire comment ça? Oh. Fruit to tree. Na me refi. Asembe nkre. Aduaba. Ebi aduaba e wo fom no. Na obia e de nsa omo tete no. Eye se ye na nsa ntrofo. Komo aye di afa konfa no che ho nye ne. And eye ya na mo de ye politics. Komo aye di na no pay ne se. Konfa no che ho. O how e wo ho. Ampa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Etweska KNUST ye Seria omuso omo beye aferi omuso omo beye emprem konfa no che do de ye nya sika nye maternity block no nwie ya yemfa ye mo frɛ no dome no unko sibi eno de enche ana se soja for tent ya omukọ peacekeeping ya omuye mo de mmeye bi wo konfa no che ho na omu ayese maye mo omu nkofie no yemfa wo enwu ho na se si aye kasa de enye mpa ne ho aye na Maybe a dem panibesi. And a quiet na. Timuadaroma. Mummy ni sa ankomo. The chief director no ten crying while on the air ya. No I throw crater and mumran crying na mumechirimu. The baby chirimu mu yi na dio. Mo anyi na dio. Ofo ebeba komfa no chia. Yenya baabi mfa mpensi. Anopei e ho ne yede mo awie. Yenkodi awoda no. Why? Namukra da yedi awoda yi amonhye da ma ya nwum bia yedidi awoda yi. Obia ni mu nwum ho hwe wo ho. Eze mutimi ba ya nwum e bia ayi akwabwa nwum bi hwehwe hwam ne one awuraba boy ye say kama. Tade na mo ye ofia na nye o.
Happy birthday.
Obesen.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Anope Mr. Fred Kofi Echampon o United States of America. Mr. Fred Kofi Echampon o United States of America. Ne wa awoda Opoku Justice. Se yema awoda pa yeho anhira. Sana Mrs. Lydia Asamoah, aka Sofumame, in charge of True Vine Hospital, Tafo Pankrono Estate. And ne Eyawawoda, want to wish you the best of the day. It's also the birthday of Mrs. Faustina Ochre, aka Afia Adoma, Awo and Crime. It's from your brother Opoku Justice. Mrs. Mary Ntiamwa, and ne Eyawawoda, Mrs. Mary Ntiamwa, God bless you. I understand you are 61 or 64. Happy birthday going out to you. It's a birthday of Lydia. Lydia was United States of America. We a member of Ahenema Nananum Ladies. Lydia, yame onto nkwemo ma nkwa ahoden ewu momfa sika enka ho. Rena Kunama Deborah, you are 12 years today. Happy birthday. Daddy says happy birthday to you. Mommy says happy birthday to you. Sana, who say enne ye? Enye John Darkun kwa crowd. John Darkun dina oda. Member of Parliament for the Swami constituency. Member of Parliament for the Swami constituency. Enne eye na oda. Beyond or no, I've seen somebody else celebrating the day. I want to wish that person a happy birthday. Hey, you know, Kofi, who will be holding our dana?
Offer the baby near.
Okay. So, Abusafo, and now one would do one would then throw Yamin Shran and our dome at the mouth. The GD said, Bibia fine. Yama Kama, my brother also. You're dying where you're back. I mean, you're for the better enough in Comoa Cano. The Dinina bro or Fatche television. Daybreak Jumedi and you'll see.
has exited, quote unquote, the IMF. And in that same statement, he makes a further comment that we are now going for what he calls a policy coordination instrument. As my colleagues and I will demonstrate in our submissions this afternoon, Ghana has not exited the IMF. We are members of the IMF. We went for an extended credit facility program. That program has been fully conducted. It has led to the stability that was the objective, and that program has come to an end. And the government has now signed, or is in the process of signing, another program, which is the PCI, and the government should be candid and let the Ghanaian people know so. Mr. Speaker, I want to speak on just about two key things. First, the argument of stability. And as you follow the conversations on social media and in the public domain post the minister's statement, there are a lot of questions that the everyday Ghanaian is asking. That what is in it for me at the end of the day? And for many people, there are two key things they are looking for. They are looking for jobs, and they are looking for the effect of the so-called stability in their lives. That is an improvement in the cost of living. Mr. Speaker, I just want to share with the House the real data that the Ghanaian people are focusing on, even as at now. And I'm taking it from the Ghana Statistical Service Quarterly Labor Force Survey, Q3 2025. It says, and Mr. Speaker, I quote, in December 2024, the unemployment rate for young Ghanaians aged 15 to 24 stood at 32%. By the third quarter of 2025, that figure has risen to 32.5%, Mr. Speaker. Expenditure commitments, and as a result, claim that they have been fiscally disciplined. And so, Mr. Speaker, for us on this side of the House, we hear the minister when it comes to rattle the numbers here. But as we keep saying, the numbers that the Ghanaian people are watching in their day-to-day lives are actually getting worse. Youth unemployment in Greater Accra is now 49%. And youth unemployment across the country is worse than this government inherited it at the beginning of it. The Ghana Statistical Service Quarterly Labor Force Survey, Q3 2025. I've just read it to you. Maybe you are not listening. I've just read it to you.
The minister did not say Ghana has exited the IMF. We have exited the IMF ECF program. We have exited the program, not the IMF. We cannot exit the IMF because we are members of IMF, please. The second point I want to make is that when you are looking at inflation, you don't pick items within the bucket. It's a basket of goods and services, and you are looking at the average of all of them. So it doesn't mean that certain items will not show changes. But then it simply means that when you consider generally, prices are stable. And that is the point we need to make. Mr. Speaker, my colleague says that we introduced 8 other taxes without mentioning them. I am not surprised. Only recently they said that there was a certain e-levy that was roaming around at the Bank of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, I have in my hands a letter that was signed by the Bank of Ghana to MTN, dated January 31st, 2024. NDC was not in power in 2024. January. And in that letter, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, at the Bank of Ghana of the MPP, wrote to MTN, giving them no objection to impose the following fees. 1, introduction of a fee of 1% for cash out transactions below 2,000 Ghana cedis. 2, introduction of a 0.75% fee capped at 55 cedis for all transactions related to mobile money wallet transfer to banks. Mr. Speaker, so the transfer from wallet to bank was approved by the descendants of Dr. Bawumia. Mr. Speaker, this is very appalling that this is the kind of leadership you are providing this country. That the leader of this house, in the minority, does not know that levies are imposed by this house, and they are not imposed by a certain letter by a certain organization. And that he sat here, we never brought any e-levy to this house. In fact, we abolished it. We have not come here with e-levy. And somehow he sees a letter somewhere and impugn that this House has brought back e-levy. Mr. Speaker, the people of Ghana has already shown them that their credibility is the reason they voted them and put them where they are.
The policy coordination instrument is a non-financing IMF instrument designed for countries that do not require IMF financing, but seek a credible framework for reform, regular policy reviews, and a stronger signal to investors and development partners. For Ghana, this marks an important shift from seeking financial bailout to engaging as a credible reform partner, while continuing to benefit from policy discipline, external validation, and strengthened investor confidence. Mr. Speaker, the PCI will enable us to continue leveraging the IMF's regular policy assessment and expertise as a signal to investors, thereby certifying the credibility of our stewardship and further strengthening our credit rating. In other words, Mr. Speaker, Ghana has moved from the intensive care unit to the wellness center. Mr. Speaker, that's simple. We have moved from ICU to wellness center. Wellness center, from ICU to where you are well, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to build on this hard-won foundation of stability, President Mahama's administration has designed a new economic program, the New Economy, to be unveiled as part of the 2027 budget. Mr. Speaker, the New Economy will move Ghana from stabilization to transformation, with a clear focus on sustainable jobs, higher productivity, greater resilience, and broad-based prosperity. Right, Honorable Speaker, President Mahama is grateful to the people of Ghana for their sacrifice, patience, and steadfast forbearance.
Okay. All right. And then a simple conversation. We want penny for me and Sawaha. Why I'm yeding common. A brebema, Yababa Hosa de Diano. Now, also the account. Is the Ghanaian economy in a wellness center or is still ICU? Very simple. Depending on said your work, Ghana economy, or may you seek a 70 and ready in common. A free critical Abba woman. Not or that, before emergency. You know, at the number fee or Nancy would be. I started crying of food in command. Very simple. I'm sure that maybe I will be with me and why. Daybreak Jumedi will feature television. So I'll pay the former municipal chief executive. So, Maxwell. Watching. Abraham Alokore and Century or Assassin. That's a group. And Eja, Openi Bakwa, Oka, the NDC in Ashanti Executive Council, Executive Committee, Solomon, Anane, 24, the Mamawachi, the Damoasen. You, Ebi,
Kojo,
are we in a wellness center now? The Ghanaian economy.
Make sure Yahweh near Tifu na answer na me question I say whether say wellness center na say you need wellness center no. I say you di kan eti aye nkomo na e di aba bi du be mpenso aye we no ase. Ni na fa ye Ghana ye economy ene tibia na ewum ene baby asisi a ye gidi say aba bi du enti say fa na nipa fema ebia na obi yare bia na ye woni stages internal hospital cry or baby a friend outpatient department ye wards ye intensive care units on the me patch and ye recovery wards Tambia mabubu ni na no dwumadi omudi wo ho no enye pe outpatient department e baby a se bi otibi oya na ho nhye damfa obi wabribi odwen se oyare okwa doctor bitumi ahwe ihia se ye je oto ho a na aiden yama wonuro bi no aiden wasan akofi ena ye ward sai ho no se ukọ na doctor hwe na ye san ma obafi a ebia
untumi enhwe wo ho so yie sɛ deɛ sɛ wo hwe on the me pa twenti e beje wato ho na ya mema wondro no atumi arrest ye wo baby a friend intensive care unit no e che sɛ baby a wo yare no ana deɛ ha wo nadu no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛgye wo to hɔ a adoctorfoɔ ne nimdifoɔ mo nipa ayarehwe mu no ebegyina wo so ahwɛ wo na ye wo mfidie ne ade wo hɔ asa mfidie no so betumi sɛ bibi mpo na ekɔbɔ ne wo nipadua ne ma ebetumi hu na anim ya na ya so ano any if intensive care unit to ade e friend wellness center dia bedu nkomo adi na hɔ ne ye wo ho atɔ wawie no na ye de waba hɔ na afi ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan a wo betumi ahwɛ wo ho so ama anasa doctor for bebo ama ahwɛ wo so na tibia na woman sa na wo be yare ye do be call intensive care unit no afi wotumi asa aba wo da dem ti e ka wellness center basically e bia ye hwɛ no wasan akosi o da dem na wo ho etɔ ana wo apomudin e na apomudin no ho tie chima e na afi ye yi wafi apom ohawa na o ni ye san aboa wa amo aba bi gina mpempen so ana wo ansa Ghana economy yi na ebe kaya ifi tete ansa na broni ba be bahana na you operate the friend no a traditional economy. As a matter of fact, our traditional economy ni na nyankopon anka so obo ye nyina no establishment ye nyina. The traditional economy basically nipaku omwo omamu all the me pacho no. Nimdia nyankopon de mo omo agudie ene agapade nyankopon de hya asase trim se nipa yemfa mbo ya anka sa ye ho bra. Ti wo hwe Ghana yo niema bi se gold, yo bauxite, yo timber, yo cocoa na anu ya be 2010 yenya oil cry den edika ho ye wo bauxite kra wo hini a yen hya asempo se yitu saa niema ne ni na ne enobae emwa nyankopon de cheye no kwan e fa so ede saa niema no edi djuma na yetumi bibi boy ankasa ye ho adwa na yetumi mpo eton obi enya sika enti ansa na broni ba beba no na ye wo yankasa ye economy dada na saa ya ankasa ye economy na e based on nature ye nyankopon abo e de amaye ohun e na broni ma ye hu se nature nko a no entumi ensesa ye hyebre enti nature niema ni bi na sese ye dane no ana ye sesa no fi de nyankopon de hye asase trim no na etumi bi foforo bi a e de sika ne mpunto ebebre currently so wo hwa we enye an academic exercise mabubo so Ghana operated a friend of mixed economy. Or them mixed economy na economy aban ehu wum kakra. E na nipa ankasa so mo man ni no eso ehu ewum. Enti nipa no kwan mo fa so boan say ye de enim de ya ho de a Nyankopon de aman no. Ye de di djuma. Ema nnwumakuo. Saa nnwumakuo no saa ya hoɔden ni nimdeɛ no ye de ma omo no. Omo so use saa nnwuma ahoɔden ni nimdeɛ no e de ye nneɛma. Na oma ton saa niema na saa niema na omo yewie na omo ton a ye nipa ma timamufo na na ye koto saa niema no ye to a nnumakuo ni nya sika aban so enam sa aban na hwe oman nyina so no aban so de foto eto saa nnumakuo no so na nnumakuo ni tuo etua saa foto na aban na nya sika e de bi ayempuntu dwuma a ohyeso ode ebre oman ti ye ka economy basically niema a moye wo oman ni mu ene eso mfaso a ede ba eye mpuntu ede bre oman titi ye kan economy basically no ana ye making na saa nnwuma na ye di nyina ne dum pempen so bi mfie be edu mu ana se akoso ache but eni ye ana be ye emu be ye din mfie be ye edu entemuni wa bra na edu be bi no ye frɛ no labor ankasa na Ghana nhye dani the skilled labor ebetumi produce enema ya ankasa ye hiampo ne ya den ya ton ena ye gudi ana se japade Nyankopon de share asase tine asase na ankasa so ebetumi use no na ne dodo na nse nkura Ghana fo ni ya ankasa ye nsem e wo man mu anan so omo hwe so no eya foreigners and omo mfi o man manti said ya mekan no economy no operate say nipa na de omo ahoɔden ye adwuma nnumakuo ne ye goods and services na yaton e say e ka o man mu ha aban benya sofoto no na saa nnuma dodo na yedi na nam say omo fie amanone ene omo abaabe hwe ye gudie so omo de ye niema omo ton ana sika ni nyina aiden e san akọ omo
ememu enti na Ghana aban ankasa to a otumi de to saa ne so enye enough say betumi aden ahwe oman ti se entumi nhwe de a so wan kasa mpokwadwo utui wakati a agi bosumi bia na osika wunya nyina bosumi bia se entumi nhwe wabusua enhwe wa ankasa wo options mienu either so obekọ so atena ho kirenim ana say obekọ akọbọ bosua ti Ghana aban through anamo and this has been the system with all government ye kọ ne akọbọ bosua ahodo ne ade say de beba abidi ye na interesting nam say yankasa so yentumi nya niema yenya sika dodo film photo onko na Ghana aban financing dodo na ye photo about 65% of government financing comes from taxes. Not production and even manufacturing because you producing enough, you manufacture enough. Here, Bob was saying, you know, say answer na even the formal money lending and banking sector, Eba Bampunum. Near money lenders, yeah, local money lenders. And two was all Bob was saying, you won't see home their friend interest. No, so Ghana buy air Bob was saying, you know, not ye kaya di amine in Mekua hold on air costro. And at the same time, na insi hono so yeden air costro. Tebe don pempen so bia sabiu na Ghana ban ni sika mpo a ye betumi de aden atototo basic niema ye de behwe oman yi ye mpuntu eso ti den ne bai na say ye sika krabia kese ye friend Bank of Ghana no e de ne ho jim na Bank of Ghana ne de ne ho jim ma ebro pempen so a emrama no ho kwan say say nti niema ma kan na ban ahodo nyina na aye agu ho nenso ebedu afi 2021 no emu be ye edin to the point say Bank of Ghana edin no hu jima ma ebro de emrama no kwan the Bank of Ghana initially ebede adwa minority o me yeti ase say Bank of Ghana abo sika na o matwa sika be 35 billion bia o mo de boa aban se de be aban betumi de edi ni dwumadi ni bi ne sen e ka o mo de o betumi aden etua e ka na ye omu ahodo mienu de omode wo oman mu ankasa de omode oman mu no dodo na ye to commercial banks at sometimes omo finance Ghana projects na aban no etu sa e kan hye da say mo de mo nye ye nya sika nyina na ye be den ye bitua sa e kan ene ye wo e kai wa amanone de ne ye say bi wo ha ye kwa aman bi ho ne ye no mo koye nhihye say ye pese ye si edwawe ye pese ye si hospital we wo ma ye sika si a e be boa ma ye tumi aden aye na oman ne de say sika na ma no ama wo mfie bi a de betua na ebi mpo a ode nsihu kakra bi a den aka we bi wo mpo a ye mfa nsihu nya den enka ho say eye ade ede mpunto ne nka nko bebre nipa ko ni nyina ene wo de ye kọ eye sika krabia ahodo ne nyimaku ahodo matu omo ho asi ewiase so omo boa aman mo mutumi di omo mpunto djuma ho etu ho anamo ebi ti say the friend the international capital markets ne ho ye enyimaku ahodo a omo de omo tu omo ho asi ho say wo hia mo a say technical knowledge and say financial knowledge into aban to me call the friend the bonds e de ne kakọ na omo so saa kanim na omo ma usika na omo no waye nhihia obetumi de etu enti ebedu ba ebi no kwadwo say de meka na Ghana aban ya de ni sika ene yanam se ya bobosia enti no so wo hwe Ghana aban situation na akwa say ye na akwa community say etim no won say oyo obi ade bia obobosia me ba wo kwadwo no ma bobosia me ba menu pani no ma bobosia ebedu ba ebi no say mintumi ntu amosika na me ba mo ho mpa mo mpese mo ba ede mo behwe mani because e ka wo dada tiga Ghana yentumi nko omo ayese ekọ omo kobo bosia ne bi because e Canada so yentumi mpontua ne abitua nsi ho no ene ye de ye ho call IMF ye part of IMF so ye dwumaku omo so no omo tumi boa e ma aman sika asa sika no omo tumi didi omo dwumadi nanso omo de no omo nte say international capital market na okoji sika na wa na o kire de ode be no omo nim say abibim dorim ha ya man ni ya man penifo bibiri na se bi eba ni sika sema omo nim sika so hwe nti no omo de omo beboa na nso no omo be kire kwan a obefa so ama sika na ye de ma na mo na ye de be ma na de also de ye poti ne no na de be kwa akoye na watumi enya ho mfaso se de be a obitumi tua omo ka no ti Ghana du mpempen so a afi na ye ni ba bi ye se ye ko Jesus ye ko IMF on de me pa hona ye kodu de omo frɛ na ye intensive care unit na say ye kadie na aboso ama afi ye ho aye obi ehi obi ampe so obe boy ebusia biu ba IMF de nam say ye amaya ahodo na un say international capital market na koye enyumaku ahodo
ɛna nnwumakuo ahodoɔ nyinaa so ɔmo botae so ɔmo so ɔmo bɛ make profit ɔmo bɛ nya mfa so IMF ne deɛ no ɛnte saa ɔmo deɛ mɛ pa atwom ti ɛna yɛsan so ka ho nti n sɛ local susususu yɛ a na amanfoɔ toto bi nipa bɛyɛ 20 na ɔmo atu ɔmo ho asi hɔ yɛgyegye sika sɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛn obi ho etia na na sɛ edu ɛbrɛ sɛ yɛde obi deɛ ma na ne yɛde ama no Ghana ka IMF nti sɛ yɛ ho akyerɛ ɔmo ntumi nya den ɛnda ɔmo akyi mae nanso nhyehyɛ bi ɛbaa ho saa nhyehyɛ no na ebi ne sɛ ɛka na yɛde both domestically nnwumakuo banks ne adeɛ wɔ ha ne aburokyire no saa sika ɔmo de bɛmaa no saa sika no dodoɔ na bɛkɔ saa ɛka no etuam nanso no emu fa bi so ɛsɛ sɛ etumi boa mpontodwuma a aban no benya sika afim sɛdeɛ ɛbɛ aban no betumi de sɛ sika no bi abɔ ne ho adwaa na wasan so de bi aden etuatua ne kɛɛwo na agreement ne IMF kɔɛ no kwadwo ɛno mpo na entumi ntua saa ɛka no ti deɛ na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛde yɛn nsa keka enyumakuo bi ne nipakuo bi a ɔmo fotoɔ bi ɔmo de ato hɔ sɛ daakye bi ebetumi aden aboa ɔmo no ɛsɛ sɛ aban ɛne saa nipa no ɛtena ase ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ sɛ yɛnim sɛ wo sika bi ɛwɔ ha anaa wo sika bi ɛwɔ adwumakuo wei ma na sɛ fotoɔ bi yɛde asi hɔ a nipa bebree mu nyinaa bodi mu sika ahyɛ no ɛsɛ sɛ mo boa aban na aban tumi ɛne ɔmo a ɔde ɔmo ka no enya nte aseɛ sɛ ɛnam sɛ saa sika na afotoɔ na aban ɛho wɔ mu no nipa wei ni ate aseɛ sɛ mfie bɛyɛ mienu ana mfie enum edu akyi deɛ saa sika no mu hia anya ade a mo bɛyɛ den mo nsa bɛka yɛtu ni tua no ahyɛ da sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a ɔmo boa yɛ titu IMF ɛne ɔmo yɛ de ɔmo ka no benya gidie o emu sɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔ so a ɛboa yɛ ma yɛyɛ mpontodwuma mpo na mfie bɛyɛ edu ntɛmu ne deɛ yɛbenya sika nkakra yɛde bɛyɛ den yɛde bɛtua saa ɛka no ne na ɛkɔfa adeɛ frɛ no ɛyɛ domestic debt exchange program ɛbaeɛ no na yɛ implement domestic debt exchange program no yɛhwɛ nnwumakuo ahodoɔ ne ɛfoto ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ ɔman mu hanom a aban de ne nsa ka a ebetumi aboa the unfortunate thing is anasa de amboa ne sɛ saa ɛfoto ne bi wɔ hɔ aban ɛyɛ sɛ ɔde ne nsa bɛka na ɛyɛ foto a sɛbi onipakuo bi a sɛ ɔman ne nyinaa mboa ɔmo ama ɔmo antumi anhwɛ ɔmo foto so anya mfaso ɔmo benya ɔsaa foto no so a ebetumi akɔfa ɔhaw de abrɛ ɔmo nti ebi ne pensioners ɔmo asɛ bi ɔmo asom ɔman mfie bebree na afei ɛsɛ ɔmo kɔgye ɔmo ahome yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ de Nyankopɔn yɛ ɛyɛ nipadua no yɛn nyinaa no ebedu mpɛmpɛnso bi a no wonni ho tumi yareɛ ne mmerɛ ɛbɛba nipadua ne mu saa nipakuo no ɔmo foto ananka ɔmo de ato hɔ sɛ mmerɛ bi a ahohiahia bɛbɔ ɔmo betumi de ɔmo ho ato so no aban na say even though na but it was one of the measures say aban de ne nsa koka yi ne nim de ekofa bae demonstrations na de ekeka ho nyina eno no ma ohu say na Ghana abedu mpempenso bi a se bio say nipa ahokyere betumi aba omo so mpo ebitumi de owu aba omo say se de omo ye nsa koka omo sika na na se ba bi a Ghana edu no ye ko owu mu ano.
How are we able to move from that ICU into a wellness center to say the finance?
Fine. Nti e ho no IMF ba mu no. For the very first time, say the mechanic that they na IMF nje adibire mu ha. Ya mampani enji say bi because your history and I say abakose me wo mu say empepi no say yekọ se yekọ bobosia ye se de ba be ye kwan a ye mfa sika no mpo nye kwan no na ye de akọ bibi foforo on the me pa chon nti no enema ne ya nkasa ye ne ye no ama IMF ni gidi o nti IMF etu obofo e de ne betena Bank of Ghana ye central bank a na ne dwuma di ye so ye nyina nso obehwe se enhyehyɛ o mo ne ya hyehyɛ e fa sika sa 3 billion agreement o mo de boa a support government financing and debt recovery program no oh sa pepepe na ebe de ebe koso said the ebe saying case o mo ne ya agree say a lot of sika no ebe ko ye mfa say manufacturing example ke kana me ma ye mfa enfi manufacturing emfa nko she government expenditure ye mfa enko this sika na say ye mfa nko tua ne me ni say ye
with the presence of the IMF representative no a boy initially no senka
ambema o say time aye kwa IMF no that was 1st July 2022 na aka just 2 years am ya call election year and sabio your history of this country me who say every election year, particularly the year before the election itself, government spending a cost. And a lot of government spending into even productive ventures. Into niyama ebeboa ama aban no etuni asen nya tumi efi nipa no ho. Enti sika na dodo na akọ nipa ebotom. Sika na dodo na akọ impuntundwuma bi ama nka esa aban ne ya obu na ni gu so. Na odi akọhyem na enu mpo ne yenye ne yie. Enti yenye ne yie ne enti no. Saa impuntundwuma ne ebeye nanso yeyi to aba wi a eho besan aba asa ma esi esan akọ pesika de behye saa adekro na.
Okay, yenhwe for today, the finance minister says, Omwaye, Omwamanayefe. Now, Ghana is better off.
Yeah.
Only the yarding.
Mene ne yarding. Ni enti ma mene ne yarding say. As of 2022, na Ghana ho nya akona to the point say international capital markets no poni yentumi nko say yekobo say de me kan. Say nipa miensen o table hu na me de mo car. Na me ntumi ntua ya all the me patron enya de a se me ba wo mpo se me be pesika wo be me be adwen so bitu sisi e me no ka se even though ye nko international capital market so ye kwa akọ pesika no enam se omo a from ratings agencies omo na ya na omo hwe aban bia sikasem se de aban ni etumi nya sika ene kwan ofa so di sika no e wo kwan pa so no so omo hwa sa niema no omo tumi ka se oman we ye hwe se de musi ye musika asem na esisi ye rating mo A ana B+ ana C. That ratings agencies ni na downgrade Ghana from as of somewhere 2016 and ye D+ no. E de buy am afi ye do baby na friend junk status nature say ye do ye hwe musika asem ye de ye hwe enye ye biu on time IMF be mu no afi ye fi junk status no e sha say ye ba so nkakran because IMF program ye wo stages. Nti stage bia ne nipaku amotena ase no enhihia amoye ne yesan ba ebe review ebe pensem so okay ye ka say in 3 months ye be say ye ka say in 4 months ye be say ye ka say in 6 months ye be say ye tumi aya na se ye tumi nye ye mpo ade nti na ye ntumi anye anamo be ne yetuni mpempenso be ne aba abidu sa reviews no me ye ni na che say Ghana atuni aye de ahye ne ho so.
If the finance minister says say wo ena aye adwuma enti ena ye wo baabi aye wei na enye IMF niema no titiriu a
so ka se ye omo ne ye hwan Ghana fo na se ye ono finance minister kwa me pe contest
government.
Yes, the government dia mene ne ya adwen but government no enye ono finance minister kwa. Let's not forget say IMF program no there are different parties to the program. IMF na nkasa na 18 was our program,
but he's the lead person.
Yes, but only a lead for just government. Kojo, se bank bo obusia, yenhwe bank mpo no. Enhihye ya na obusia ni mu no. Bank na nhihye ne ya na edo so chen wa akwa akọ obusia na.
So you are suggesting that yes, government are there so ye, but there were other contributing.
That is the point.
Okay, Mesamba. Sulu.
Yeah.
Adena mo bom ho safo hinesa.
Obi amo no ho
safo. Na finance minister go bodi e want.
Sasa medical. Some medical yaka. Esa say, mami church for majebre, it's a share, yeah, no pay. Batch and penny for was at Timachamba. And there, I'm saying, Yanana, Yokupe, and I quick. Tim say, now what you done?
Antiquity.
So, yes, sure. Now what you done? Party. Teacher. Duba compare pepe o ma pena beleche. Bedu asante ya kano. Ya papa som Ghana yi pa ya na prekope na o tweda no. Akọ amana. Ya fide so eto nsa fra asante mantam bibiara. Sei na yankambom ayonko na kamehwe Kojo no kwasem say ansa ne beka say oman no ayi na say ikasem na yigiram ber pempen so yi ayi no na me so say nya fa pembi de beto ho ni ahwe say enu ade to say ena na abedu say akodu ye hwe be di fie nra embedia bedu dia I just say ya kase ayeya yedika the etiefo nya becha se ne se de na me nya de ka no ko hospital na so yare no emu odin pa e do ko intensive care unit se ho no so da kra wa utime nya ne mabi ise mfidie na boa I friend support systems ntene ye de ko ka kodumre bi a afa die uhunto kra de na se bia wadu no wangasa utime ye nyama nyina yen sheda mfa support system bi say bibi wa utime ye ise obi na ye ma ise bia ye du no yen ka say ye do heaven and as you do bia we footballer obetu akopa so kobobo and as we presenter obetu na be ye basa be mi nemu ye do bia say ba no home say ba na didie say ba say koja wona say bia ni pa ye no wa obetu ma ye what did you do na asemusa say sa na tia na ani sa na tia esa say eye niemo mako na ma Ghana ko gina ba bi gina ye ana fi ye humi kra enye yi any kind isi ka samet ti ye asa na rating against junk no obomodi se mechirem ba o say brofo uchemu twa but maami a wuchie me so paso de junk no etoto onipa da sani ho a ase komisani bi a wotimantamu on se da nya adwuma mo bra bia na wo dia de kwa manso fantu a ne wadi na busa ne bobo isan di pa ne ba won cha na pa no na bia nsan gine ho se tam yo bono we bisa wasem bia se ma mi 2 cities kura woni gidie se 2 cities na de man no obetumi atwa e ka se junk economy a wo de toto ni pa bobre ho a eho na Ghana ekodu ye enti gama so omo bo besia aka kire se omo we die wo de bosia wotimi the inflation has skyrocketed akodu 54%. Sedi no otumika the same motive anfa no ho bibia dije na ya Bank of Ghana e katwitwiri die esa du bia mi ami mboro mi nua pani kusiboafo esem edu akosia fa mi toto breme na se be ma sedem etiem se akosia fa mi toto breme a esa ye din eho na Ghana kodu ye entina really na ni mo ma ye din Satan ye cocoa prices because your commodities are exporting so long. Now they were not doing well on the international markets. And to be have come to a sense of international Nicola. Now because Ghana, our hope is a hopeless one. What you could do? You mean child ye kakaka ye no. Suddenly, in a kind of room we say, because somebody young man can wait. Say even we had elements in the MPP. Ano mo bo finance minister den so bo say o mo giri say how na ne yekom no todo na no e finance minister na mo no homodin say ma Ghana ye besa it's okay ya MPC ma ko 83 so no Ghana ha o ma shame dum ka cho mo panyin say dabi ya di ni ma busani ani e ho mo say Russia ni Ukraine e kwandie na nsi ehwe ni anu ma wo bibi ma mu ha e Cote d'Ivoire we Togo Nigeria dia dia ani ma ye kakra say Ghana e ho mo say covid ba ye na so la hwe bia saman a bra Ghana ya bre no ye bra no odi nti finance minister no if it's only problem o ma pedi san e san say no yo ma pedi of asenti o so nsan ne nsan ne china ne hye ye kon a ampa ba sisa ba ye he changing finance minister no suddenly ye hu say ne ma cha se e to na kwem nti mi nei mi ni sa eketiri MPC ya dwe todo say ampa no your problem no is self-inflicted. Self-inflicted say you pay be na one nim dwuma wo say wodie na the bedi no ko share ho wodi. Na your new finance minister buy story no it say. Maminka we say inflation as I see who downward trend from the 54 no. As at time I be before no. Now somewhere 23.7 23.8 about. But today as we speak inflation no I say inflation is hovering around 3.7. The quite 3.2 cry, but I put them kaka. You can't see ebedu maybe the businessmen in this country. Also go for the water mahabo. One fifth habo medu kumase. Na dollar na cost on it no. Na I throw virtually everything overboard. So businesses were not able to plan. And they see the $1.70 at least for over months now. we have seen relative stability. Net businesses can plan. Yeah, debt to GDP is very important because beyond the fact that Kojo may be a very nice, be a more business, and it is for affordability. That would affordability, no.
Debut.
Oko banker, ya shaka tia woje. Ni ahwe busa na de beba no. Send your better free musimi bia. Na hwe sika beka wonsam. Aban wo mra bi say, ni say wo fa chenya ka tia over 60%. E ba sa, oji busa ni bia. Ni dada asitre mu no e ba ye de.
Okay.
Nti okwa by first akate de na up into affordability. Say wo ye hwe wa akatua de ma wo no. Sika say na bank so because every month say na obetuna tua. Nti bank na ntwa ho afema obetuna for affordability. Nti say your debt to GDP ekoya kodu 92%. Like I say, Oman no 92.
Debt to GDP.
Debt to GDP. Under the
76, I remember.
You see,
benchmark
you see,
92 there. 76
yes.
years.
No, see, what was that?
Percent. I don't know what we left you.
What's the Biaron Wabem? Yeah, can we say?
Your figure is
problem. Now, yeah, Wabem. The Biadia can financial say, or yeah, accounting now. Or yeah, over the line accounting. Accounting, or yeah, or the Canadian Quashe, a Bank of Ghana, or the Canadian Quashe, other agency. And this I cannot do. We can have a good guy Kuma.
Your source for anybody who wants to check would be.
You can check from the presentation from the kind of say the finance minister.
Which of the presentation?
He made it.
About debt to GDP.
Debt to GDP rising to close to 92%. What they assume? Yeah. Young from figures. Me them yana me buy TV. Yana me pay.
President Mahama begging the State of the Nations address this year.
Young from figures. I am a judge. Young from figures in 78 me boy.
61.
What about 61? Okay.
No,
50.
President Mahama Beckham. Now only President Mahama.
50. Today, as we speak, debt to GDP better now. We've been around 45%. Now, the first year I can say, sir, debt to GDP, I cannot try.
What makes you think is you're making?
I'm outstanding. Good. Shema make us some way. We are name people need to change. No account. What makes you think is you're making? You had 8 years. So more every magical power within that 8 years. We have seen the fruits of those magical powers. In 2024, defeat was staring at the MPP. You saw defeat coming. Senam will be beer. Oh yeah, say gold for oil. Dr. Mamubamia is not true. Senanka Dr. Mamubamia any miracle be gold for oil. Nanke bet me turning the economy right now. You would have done that because no political party will say your policy way, but they share them at now while the superpower for another government to come and implement it. For us to see the results are it's not there. Point out me Kojo. Now the question has been answered. Say the economy now is healthier. We are in a better position than we were yesterday. The American will be able to say, a year day and the more baha. One. A value for money. Say ye projects are. Ye feel say, yen tam sikadoso po, and koye niama. Say to become 10 million cedis dollars. He more cobrani, so from Kodio bro. Then young coho, no bro, cry me. Ye niama, sabi, ebo mino, eboka. Young for Sudia to be on the economy account. It is prudent spending, the word prudent spending. Account physical discipline, account. And the minor baby. And when I say this, it is instructive to note. Say, and this year buying the Fourth Republic, I can't want buy about any 1 year, 7 months in office. I want to one scandal. Just when Johnson would be a more banabaso, not any young coffin Timo said, nobody should do anything. I am about 1 year, 7 months almost in office. A single scandal. What you say? Prudence in spending American was no. I've been ahead to. Other than that, Anka maybe Baba Sabri. Me ati contaminated oil moving pig there near baby or no 8 million. The same yama wemu and the cajon and ama Ghana physical discipline. A buy ye or ya kaye So we do that. Now, dear, a year with Jacarane, we say, more pumping $10 billion. Because that's what's into the economy. And no can home, and ama city no, and yes, say artificial, it is true. Many or more money to say when before we didn't come. And what the child when they say, and yet $10 billion be a that baby, or doing your about. The point is that, can you know, now your gold sector, no, it is managed by the Indians, the Chinese and co. Only to gold no, no. Many of them were not declared. Because you note, say gold no more turn in cities, and no more turn in dollars. Now when they scan they repatriate the money into their foreign accounts and back. Ghana establishment of the single entity gold board. Now everyone say Ghana buying and the two gold. Now you talk gold now in the cities, so gold board will go to Bank of Ghana, not for the cities, not for gold. Or to gold now, you can turn in dollars. So we now have forex into the system. And you say, what to gold no any power? Who money cities? What to no dollars? Then you bring the dollars back into the economy. I think it's prudence. And you say, anyone we na ministry no, I can't home. In the history of this country.
All right.
2024 ending, 2025, the city appreciated by close to 40%, which is significant. In China, they're doing business, and they're cost of borrowing, and I'm not betting that is space again. So, Kaya, yeah, bedi car said the billion kind of could do maybe. Yeah, kind of bear killing Pia. They can't see it to Pia. If we try crowd on Sunday, the more a 2024, by the moment 2027, 2028 now. Am I buying or mine on maybe? And name the cash and company say all those issues have been addressed. Oh yeah. You know be a cat.
Okay, say you go
say you be a cat. Oh why not yakono?
All right.
You be a cat. Na Ghana cash you to me. Because just some can some can now the same year. What it be just want to say? The country now is in far better position than it was yesterday. And I think I'm only hope and pray and say, you better consolidate these gains. You need to manage there. Now, your man, and shut them for 20. Now, yes, I'm could do baby, and the new video could do, you know. They say,
Master, are we in a wellness center?
Yes. Once I'm in Kotraso.
Yes, I will confirm not emergency.
Yeah, you'll confirm not emergency.
I'm very glad you're in your bed.
On your spine.
I'm very economy.
The quiet young background and
NDC manages this year. The dear confirm not in your bed. I heard a bit treaty or ambulance. Meaning the entire finance minister near NDC. And more mubo mudo no more. Fantastic. Sebi, what about me? I wow story. About her mass, I said you was my name. Many animal raising issues, baby. Now, not bad the current economy, no. Now, there are no so about contradictory issues now, Macano. Now, my solo, any NDC for who say, no more day neck, as same brand new Kufuado, air president, and an NPP of power. And I'm a fan of one of sector by sector. But Yanka, at the end of the sea, 2017 year bar power na NDC so almost say ye jawo a junk economy me boy an economy that grew at 5.7% GDP growth of 5.7% a janka 2016 the president Mahama Dijaya GDP grew 3.4% and no ye jawo a forest reserve of $9.1 billion. You left a forest reserve. Be inherited 4.8 billion. It is a janka. And this is a ding. More better managers of the economy. More mobile 5.7. Amount to me of GDP growth now go baby out. 6 5.7 is 6 and you are what is the difference?
Your reference is into 2016.
No, 2016, no. Many parties say we left them or we bequeathed to them a GDP growth of 5.7%.
So you are talking 2024.
2024.
Okay.
It is also our economy near janka. I'm asking them, say 2016, what they left us. Now you're 3.4. It is here they are janka. Omo the end because so omo jẹ ebi enso ye jẹ omo bi. But we did better. That is the angle I'm coming from. If I what you say. In terms of forest reserves, we left them twice as much as what they left us. But you mbacho wo tie the American. Now, from 2017 ede ba bepem 2020 na assembliancy na bibia ekoso. In fact, Kojo ba kaya ene ya omo taute wo mo ho say inflation is at 3.7%. 2019 na inflation ebepem 2020 na inflation yes. Na ehuva between 7 and 8%. Meboa. Na bibia you okay. Dollar no was okay. Kopim say COVID ebebo yen. Kojo ewiase nyina bibia about to a standstill. Ghana ha schools areas of government dey generate revenue nyina you lose our revenue. Ye airport na enkoma mebo aka kire me. Airport ni anya adwuma. Tema habo na enko enye as vibrant as net here. Private schools nyina yatum ahon nyina ema government enyuma. Restaurants, I mean the hospitality industry. Most businesses nyina ya shati nyina down. The government in generating revenue be enti ade ba ya ne say aban nan kasa akakra ewo ho ene the international partners e de mano no and we try say for the hunumu to stabilize issues. But don't forget after COVID da mpanifo say da obeto buatwa of efrawo no nya da na ne mpafe ye den esi after COVID no na esunsun so no eba yehu say all of a sudden enti anokra san see ya no na Russia Ukraine war so ba February 2022 and now ye Strait of Hormuz 20% ketua ya omusu pede ayefu but remember so Russia is the second leading producer of fruit the whole world. US at the tabo eto omo so as we speak that tabo no omo de to omo so has been lifted. Iran crampa na sanctions wo omo so ya lifted sanctions no omo nyina timi sell to the international market. It Russia sanction alone Emma crude babe emo ebe kwa atwe. Let's not forget say you imported fertilizers from Ukraine. Oil from Ukraine. You imported wheat from Ukraine. You imported iron rods from Ukraine. Odessa na no ne porter no mutimi transmit sa neoma we nyina to wiase afa na nyina. Russia eteki over nti omutimi use sa port. Ya make akosi ne say ho no mankofo kwa anwan ships ne kwa anwan nti no free charges e bi kra be bo home pre 9 any ade. To cut the long story short, all of a sudden inflation started say ehwirihwiri because ehwirihwiri no na nya Ghana ha o na ya adwaman so phone akane na ya $50 obekọ no the cost of production cost ro ho $100 who imported by automatically you are importing inflation jumping ya all the way to 54%. Popim say we are here for nyina started say almost finding alternatives. In fact for the kaya Russia Ukraine war no it got to a point na Italy dumso wo ho no e principal streets fountains and wo ho e bo anwumre 7 o'clock and then you ma shut it down but just all kaisa issue no omo principal streets most of the street lights no mudum no in Italy menka Ghana e fa what you say but the American question say inflation ba be duru 54% no yenya bo wo man no nti ye try and say e be try na ya stabilize nioma e kwan be na ye fa so ye hu say ye dollar to cedi no ye ni kwan bi a ye fa so de anya more forex. The NPP tries here to be a friend gold for oil beba. And this year be taking it to another level, which I respect that. What you say, maybe oma basu ho. You can see the gold for reserve beba. You start say companies akesi anko omo di omo sika be kwa ma no ne no. Okay, we need dollars na Bank of Ghana de be more. But rather give us the cedis. Ya mamu gold amope or say ane. Then Bank of Ghana ebeji gold di amu omo no makwa akoton gold na nya dollars. So easy pressure on a dollar. If I what on our city. And no kwada. Kojo ebio so be kaya mate say you see a kodru junk status. NDC airborne ho safo from President Mahama bepem ato forcing any Solano pay. That's why mo de debt to GDP ratio about 45.5%. But almost say who's making. It is the DDEP now almost worry omo kan ho asem no. NPP take that bitter pill, but NDC is benefiting from it. So long, so one kai fish, Modis, NA, SMP report na kokopenekai. Omo betre with the entire debt to GDP ratio are dropping from 61% to 45.5%. It's as a result of the DDP and the Senate. It wasn't because say NPP na need 3 more deal. And let me also state say pensioners were exempted from the DDP. Let me state this on authority.
That they were what?
Exempted. In 2023, please take your phone and go now. Open AI Krebama wa Unisisia. I'm saying this on authority. Obekaya, initially, they were not on your part. 2023, and a finance minister Beka said pensioners, I can't say, individual pensioners
who are not interested should opt out.
Not who are not interested. They were all exempted. Number 1. Institutions are now managing tier 2 and tier 3. The patch what you are saying. And don't invested pension funds. So
yeah.
It is some institutions no funds no. And I can't want them. But individual pensioners there, 2023 they were taken out. I'm surprised NDC for Egusokas and Zimuzi. I'm surprised. But the Nameka questions are quite a pension bondholders. Don't forget, say you call IMF no. Nanya a policy credibility. And answer a inquiry airport. Now you have debt forgiveness. What you saw him, sir. And now IMF catcher say, sir, international countries are do what can. You call say a sort of hypocrite. And almost say, some more per hypocrite there. Yeah, but as you say, a can move $5 billion there, the betcha. Now, and I can say international bond, also international market now. A bond so you can say interest rate, no more review in the down, my. And also say a review in the down. Local bond holders, also cutting almost interest on the bonds. But it's okay. It is time your man when and your bath in new or mobile cancer, Yanum, baby, Ababedruno. In the long run, is going to benefit the country. It's Muma sacrifice, which we really appreciate. Individuals are almost what is we really appreciate sacrifice, almost sacrifice our mind. When him every year, no, your bond interest on it, no, you're making savings of $4.7 billion. Anna, Sika, a year $5 billion, and so you're slashing off our debt. San your mommy anyway, and our kind, a year fetch S&P more report now. More attribute your debt to DGP ratio now dropping it to. It's because of San your mommy anyway. Mobile. What was almost said? But you
who's why I watch television. Daybreak Jubadi Edio to current as a Daruma.
Oh, Adam, something
twice. Oh, okay. Movie of Mudibo common number.
Oh, sir. I'm disorganized with that. The American question said, San Yoma will say. And I'm my debt to GDP ratio are dropping. But Mumusa and this is apart from 700 million Kutia and annual bonds. Scamming be no material. Okay, come back as a dollar. As we speak, Mumusa, sir, dollar and dollar cost and a year free so not dollar near 14 to 70 pesos, but just okay. And okay, watch a dollar. Some talk of fear, yeah, a call so Iran new way, no fear we no, and no COVID say, Mibusa for you. Any COVID say?
A COVID, we benefited from COVID.
Oh, how much? You didn't benefit. You know what? I will say this any day.
No, the finance minister of Uriata was even in parliament and mentioned it.
Wait. You see, who can benefit? When you are unemployed, as we speak, now me 2,000 Ghana cedis. Or the members are only you may be Mama 10,000 Ghana cedis. 10,000 1 year you may be dinube 2 months. And then me am year juma, you be mama 10,000, how the benya so mfaso. COVID days, government source of revenue, because about 70% of it near cutting it off.
Do you disagree with the finance minister's position?
I'm not saying we didn't receive money, but I'm saying he said, for compare what happened that time, government revenue sources in health practitioners, because of the risk, take here the big home. Teachers are and so on and so forth. It you can't say you benefit as against what we were losing. You do call that a benefit? We receive some cushion. If you say it that way, I will agree with you. We received some cushion, but that was not the benefit. Yes, it was. But my partner said, let's not make it appear as Nunkuanu could have saved the economy. That couldn't. Because revenue and KBBNC here, you be generating far more than the Omodemayan.
You are advancing an argument to say the state of the Ghanaian economy is saying.
Maybe state of the Ghanaian economy is here. The almost kind of debt to GDP ratio, normal fanto. Now the state of the Ghanaian economy is here. As we speak, full or board didn't say President Kufuor Abre. So, my boy, I'm going to petrol need diesel, you know, no board didn't say. Sahabre now must say Kufuor 3 more than Tina petrol board cost. The Kai State of the Nations address this year, President Mahama so boni team so betty fool also. It's in a fool or boa from. Again, I see I feel the fool on the cost. And this is for Busom. I told forcing. I told it's not forcing anymore. What is happening? Kojo, me know what say electricity bill. And was so same brand President Kufuor the president. I'm about 28%, and now effective April 1st, and I'm drop here about 24%. So what is happening? Economy, when we the assess you.
But is it not surprising? I'm just asking. So you tied that.
Okay,
in spite of the whole Kenya, the Ghanaian people now, the previous administration almost sorry TIA because of such challenges are okay now. Why is that so?
I'm gonna catch you. Where your research, man?
Oh, but the agitations that you received in your government
is not
happening
change
now.
Is therapeutic. The anti-atisane a healing. So what now? What now? Hopefully, wa. Ufiri wakra nipa ye relieved. Thinking say at least change no open in Saka. It is then that after Obaka say, "Hey, me read that day sambe wa me." Fu on na dey say ne board dey dru ba go bi kwa ko gina ba bi kan say. Okay, say NPP beba power na ne yam hyehye no no. Then after the nkrofo say tiam say fu on the board.
Your anticipation is that by the time we get to somewhere in December,
good one na already so fast.
The Ghanaian people start
agitating. And me say as a teacher for na do dan ko Akufo do fa wo mo no. Be pim na yentua a wo mo ka no. Wo so wo mo ba ban ya ba so. Kojo enkwara 6,000 pe ontimi ntua wo mo ka. Ya brass ya for teacher for.
They started paying the teachers.
Started. Kojo started 2 months started.
And now
Kojo 2 months started. No, don't forget that you're wait. Teacher for offer Ghana, offer even political appointees. You fire me. This it took more than 1 year and I'm be ready. It's your fire. Around September. Don't expect processes not so go through. No way. How many months need economy ni yank what to your maka. Nurse for economy ni ya your fire woman. What to your maka. And can unemployment when you share yes 24-hour economy 133 in in the market. Abra manifesto free trade market in baby. A bio cocoa farmers one more haircut, especially when it's in your manifesto page 36. As I want to cocoa farmers see castle. Also the BB offering the price stabilization levy. As a cocoa born cost through a gamma so obey increase yama. Now, my boy, performer, over protecting cocoa farmers. What were they going to protect the cocoa farmers from? From mosquitoes or what? What were they going to protect them from? And so, bad power and say economy niya. I don't know what cocoa farmers seek us. These are the realities I'm a person here. Many work as a President Mahama, Jinaho, and Rantian and Maba, and they say, "Who's a Muntini worry because Munisika, Modeba rented nine." Meba bibia beba from Kojo and then many workers say rent is far more expensive than when President Kufuor is president. Bebo catch them. Omo ba afofro. Omo no nya. Omo say cement bo aba 70 cedis. And anope ma check cement bo. Solo. What check cement bo? Obuza zani boy say.
Under the MP.
Under.
Oh, when 96.
That is a lie.
It's a far better.
You see?
Under
MP. This wait. And your phone lines. This me say and phones are crying. Oko online prices now. Open 2024. Open 2016 prices. Obenya. It in yet the wo to you. Ye free so no. Na cement, me kai cement unisem mo, then I'm 82, 84 cities. Omo kwaka omo say na cement and daras 120 cities. That is a lie. You see cement here grace here 32.5 hours and here 42.5 hours. Yeah, free super na 42.5 hour can 120. But as we speak, we must 42.5 hour na say.
Let's make it
Cement ben.
I'm not too.
Cement. May you buama se see. O cement na 85. So we ni ma. Why ka just 80. Anyway, Kojo, se see am no work say. Omo ka Bank of Ghana. Ye free so Bank of Ghana na your net equity e 58 billion. Aban papa ba NDC aban papa ba. Bank of Ghana net equity say they are in a negative equity of 93 billion. A Kawama Boka 93 billion. Okwaka NDC for say 15.6 billion. But Bank of Ghana report what they buy, page 6 of the report on one state also Waboka 93 billion. It is which aspect of the economy Nekoyi?
All right. We are asking, say Ghana economy no about wellness center and say and that's why ICU. You've heard the argument, sir. Omunyina edi omode aba. Yegusu ayedi nkomo no kai. Say ADO to car rentals adaroma and yede ofen ebre. So abedu asantemantem wo kumasi krudua mu. Wo behia car e de edi udwuma. ADO to car rentals na eba na yama o car. Yede obenanti kuremu ba bibia wokọ. Wo a wo de no eye business. Wo a wo de no eye afahye bi na obae. Eye wedding, eye yie. Anase obehia boys and girls no. Na waja mospilide kakra. ADO to car rentals say you can't kwana uhia. Just give them a call. Comprehensively insured vehicles. Chauffeur driven. The comfort of their vehicles A1. The man common here then say unya do airport. One war, children's home, DVL. It's just a call away. Ombeba, no be found the one ante. Ye pese ufri ha kwa. Okay say ubedu ye no. Ye somo kwan so nkoso. Anunti na ADO to car rentals or hano pay or come and you do a fame ebrel. I'm sure we can do some 5 minutes. Ebi. And after some about don't worry.
I'm going to see for.
Come on, you know, what's the form that I know? You.
Global. Now you kill Russia. Omunyaika.
Amahama kabina ya uzi
Ego money masimo. Go. Now maybe I just found out your revenue targets. Revenue target. O man no afibia. You said na ye. Sika o man ye pesilete. In 2020. We said for 2020 because that was the epic of COVID. And bibia about answer. One check. Ghana project say you pay 42.7 billion. That was our revenue targets. At the end of the year, we exceeded 45.33 billion.
Yes.
I
agree with you.
And now, yes,
I agree with you.
In 2024, the
what did we use the money for?
Yeah, target was 143 billion. Because we exceeded at the end of the year, in 153.6 billion. It in terms of Sika, no money pay in COVID. Time no. I'm from revenue, of course. Again, says you go for you school. A car buying book in those areas. Or one continue, I buy a mosaka.
That's a lie.
You say, I buy it no fee.
That's
no, oh, that's a lie. Free of education. And crowd being fed the whole year. One feeding the whole year, and your service. And see, okay, Sika, donors, Jemaye, IMF, World Bank, and the Maya, not the best compare, yeah. And you force to board, no what am I party for? A young organizer, you can come with the problem. What would you do, Basanga? I said, that's not tomorrow. And I'm not gonna yashi. Again, Minia, my car assembly said, Sir, cover the bar, are you true? Petrol you buy, check all our neighbors. Or move for price the cost. Cover the buyer, no. Check your neighbors and no more Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Togo, Niadi. No moon to straight less single delegates. And now we are struck by COVID. Yet now we are struck by Ukraine Russian war. No being interest rate there 5%. Not the 54 wabon. Minasia propose by not me. I was thinking of Cote d'Ivoire. Because Ghana and Nico want to go cope. In terms of say, Ghana is no. C'est Cote d'Ivoire to swear. Uncle Bia Ghana will dance at I would agree. Say, because you're bomb, but I don't want any control of Gamma. But I'm not Ghana change the no. Cote d'Ivoire change the so far more than every Ghana here. It has to say, at least you can say, price no half a year a two. Not when all our neighbors or beer inflation are in a single digit. Not going to be 54. You can't come and sit here and justify. Again, the brothers, my country say, one piece. Parliament can say, for instance, I'm wabon. It's the idea into my say economy. No, young man, I would agree with you on that score. Again, some gold for oil. Any gold from say, Munya can say down that number. Kojo, 10 billion is down there. Kojo, o man to go school. Your problem school is o man to go. Could you answer the question? No,
David. Me answer.
Me what $10 billion? What $10 billion cities? Oh, me them. It's a good passing. Me man what it? Ya problem in school. Me man you are in be. Me just swap. Until more me walk. You see me here. Concrete as any. We see more $10 billion jam them. And I'm afraid of.
Is he talking about?
I said no money again. And now gold for reserve, gold for oil. That junk station. Me name Solomon na me can you. What's name na me can? And me. Sabina mechanic will be was a Yamanaka. Yeah, standards. Inti, Sam Fitch, Sam Moody, Omo Mureti, Omo based on the reti. And yes, Obina, yes, and Nanyama be a Massa, go for Mawaya at the end of the day. They say, Nagan economy, nice. And now, it's better. No, now I are branching.
But you call for.
Oh, yeah.
So if he's calling silver, okay.
Yes, so we can choose to play politics. Let no one.
That's a fact.
COVID, more terrible than a Russian-Ukraine war. I remember where US of all countries. Before COVID, now inflation is near zero. After COVID, US inflation rises here to 8%, a 40 years record. We are distractionary Mr. Mamenya Makamas. It let nobody downplay. US of all countries, inflation jumping in percentage wise, Maka said almost 70%. Sorry, 700%. Because of COVID buy record high over 40 years. No one be that. Now what Ghana who win now also now 54% credit. Yeah, credit I think to 4. And the inflation is 3%. And I'm busa say you jam 23%. But what I say? And then the inflation ain't affecting anything on the street. Why is food also expensive? Inflation was 3%. Inflation yari inflation. 84 on an higher than inflation by manaba form. Now, water bill and higher than food on the manaba form. Teacher Nina, Yantiana called inflation yadden. Cocoa farm and the sick and permanent in some kind watches who's a wintiano. Economy near Cocoa 2,500. Economy ni say ya. When they go to 2,500. Huh? Pressure on my own travel. Oh God! And then sachet water, planning board days in the area. And the industry, grow negative. Industry, grow negative. Production in Koso because of the sterilization. And let me come briefly because inflation almost at 3.7%.
Under 2 minutes.
Yes, artificial. We're basic economics. I'm sure you did it. More PCK out of the system. And no can and a Bank of Ghana. In fact, it's in Bank of Ghana's report. And no kuano, sterilization or my no kuano. Ebo or my 14 billion. And I win him. Because Bank of Ghana used to measure beer. Yeah, brasso near sterilization. Now, you on it. If I know just 10% of Mumusika Modeba Bank of Ghana, I catch it. Bank beer, or shit. It is a woman mobile crowd the idea the Kakras and deposit paper. But to drop that one, what the NDC did just to look good in the eyes of Ghanaians, and they said, "Well, no, it now no air bobosia or banks and what just to take money from the system. No, what your interest on it? Say interest no amounted to over 14 billion Ghana cedis.
So your argument is that we are still, even if we are sent to Confanoche.
We see in your bed. Yɛde yɛkɔ Konfanoche a. Eti monkyerɛ me one sector better than what Akufo-Addo abrɛso was.
Right, but that's not very.
Mami me we me pacho Solomon analogy. Analogy. Also revenue. Now say total revenue 45 billion me boy.
Ni na mo exceed bia o de bo. Bia mo exceed.
Me pacho busa ne say sa abrɛ no. When you 45, oh target you 43 me boy. 2 billion pen be can anyway. Under normal circumstances, unlike Italy, unlike some of the advanced countries na ye okunya covid utua sika just as say ye hwe malaria obetua sika ye ha hwan na covid ye gi sika na bibia ye free test no unya covid no obeda hospital bibia ye free isolation centers enyina no ye de omu ko ha aduane omu bedi hotel bills na ye free
man to obeda
light bill 50% of it water bill ye fa ni nyina nose mask mama me on the 10 nose mask na ye free sanitizers na ye free washing basin ni ade agade ma it is sanyo mano Emma ye more than sadi we say in fact they got to a point they provide hot meals, especially lockdown. And the dry food. Oh, Mr. Municipal Assembly. That's not PA.
But that's the much.
And this is for you.
Yeah, but Kaya say movie and electricity. No what I'm doing. What's happening?
But everyone know what I'm saying.
I'm sure we have 4 minutes or so to wrap up.
But name concern what the reality actually is.
Thank you.
Many abaya adwins ani atofo sen adwins o mka say your wellness center say the mini solo kind
because of dollar and inflation
no me ba I'm thinking this year me aba pempen so a yare ni fi yare ni afomodi abakakra ya yitumi na nti na so obi na so yen sampo ansa ni akọ washroom etumi akọ gare and ya yitumi ko but that time
2024 say ya yitumi ko
Maybe
2024 ni
the issue they say I don't think you IMF program
you free
that is not true. Your history say aban dodo na ba be IMF program almost aban we person dey kwa another IMF program to so obeka 2017 MPP be inherited an IMF program from the NDC and we 2019 3 years later omo also dey call the same
because
IMF
of COVID
program. No,
why are you downplaying that?
We are not asking for explanation. He's just telling us.
IMF. So the reason doesn't matter. The reality is that aban bia dey call IMF.
Thank you.
See, sir, ato forcing to me a complete you know. The anything I make say, what does he do? So no na na ebo modern anase nyo no. Sisi anaya wellness center ni ibi hu.
Thank you.
Ya be gina ye na so.
Thank you.
Who compare IMF program to uni IMF program a me use omo e bi wanya accident. Na ofi accident ya man working aid. Also working aid into me on 90 ye. But it don't pen so I working aid ni fi unsem na e se wa won nante a. So to me e gina won na so nante wa bra won tofom ana patria then you who's half idea apomodin then aba. Sisi IMF ni ho. Now the options are that ya na ebe manage your finances. Sisi ano we have the option say you be borrow. My main counter record eka enya de boni. Borrowing is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And your inability and answer to me and service with debt. Businesses be break. Be broke banks and I go say be bring a loans from the financial movement.
Sure.
But your businesses be also on the bubble sample and bank need discount and side then on the boni entity say or bubble siana if you put a brand so what you
thank you.
Any old business be also ya blacklisting and put on to me mobile same because or bubble same may be a criminal when to me and the end. So how Ato Forcing manages that transition from Emrani to me mobile IMF actually quite fashion ni sikasem now for ye sikasem a share ensem quite be fa so be no and then be chere say afi de ye be call recovery from wellness no for wellness ni apomodin aba recovery ni yare na fi mu kra afi de we su that dem a wa utumi nante to me cost round now for force and acquire Jumano. A honey here.
All right. Maybe I am
and tobacco what is doing to our dollar. Bank
but yeah, you shall pay on Befaswa. You been young what the anante without the working stick.
12.68 this morning.
Production.
That is what
the picture of today. Why? Remember the picture of today. Now, Yemfa and no NU. Okay. So, are you able to help me identify this picture? Any one of you helping me with this? No. So look,
Atamel 6Am.
Okay, so that's it. And I'll pay photograph of the day, Samuel Atamel.
I say we journalist
Samuel Atamel, Professor Mills, bad boy, you know, the infoni, and then they had to and a number of people were able to identify who that person is. That's our photo for today. And I'll pay you damwase and Pempenso Amudi Abedu.
Atunya menshirao.
Atu is not for us, no.
Gifted Icon season 2. No. I want to you na yeguso. What the answer say over by premises are if you are gifted in rap, if you are gifted in singing, yes, that's where you need to be. Be a part of Gifted Icon season 2. Street Count edition. Who takes that? What the answer over by a register, then you would have an opportunity. Season 1 updates, no, is always happening on Sunday evenings where we give you update of what happened in season 1 and we'll do season 2 a few days or week from now. Bidini Kojo Marfo said the die no paying so the damwase. The Daybreak Jumedi Brew or Fatcher Television. Yes, say for the chat for you. Yamin Shao.
Mix with a little ginger. Oh, girl, I wanna be